ఒకటి ఆఫ్ చేస్తే అది ఆఫ్ ఆఫ్ అవ్వలే. అక్కడ ఎక్కి తిప్పేయండి అది. ఇక్కడ ఉంది కదా అది ఆఫ్ లో తిప్పండి అక్కడ. Fine guys, shall we start? You want to know what all technologies are needed for data science, right? I'll start with that, okay? We will see here then why, what technology, I'll give you clarity one by one. Fine? We'll open one of the job, what they need. See here, what are all the skills they want? Java or Python, any one. Okay, any one programming language, okay? Next here, what are IT skills? Nothing but all your, whatever you learn, right? Database, Excel and all these, right? Here, what is it? Which you guys will have ultimately after your degree, right? So what is this? You will have it after your degree. This one, you will have it. This one, big data is nothing but one of the database. Okay, if you don't get worried so much. Fine. Hive, it is in Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop is one of the place where we store data. For example, I was telling you AWS, right? The same way we also have Hadoop. Big data, Hadoop. Basically, in big data is the word we use. In that, the place where we use is Hadoop. Okay. Next, we'll go for other one. See what it is. R. Forgot this small letter, which makes a lot of difference. R. Artificial intelligence. Where is it? Your CR. AI CR. NLP. But don't know the definition of AI. NLP. You know what it is? You know what it is. Just natural language processing, you know. That paper, you don't know what it will be because you'll have it in second semester. Right? Machine learning again. Data science again. So I'll go for other one. Again, you will have same thing. Python, machine learning, Tableau. Power BI is nothing like Tableau. Same like Tableau. Okay, that is also visualization tool. Business analytics tool we call it. That is also same like Tableau. Fine. SAS SQL. Nothing but see here in AWS I'll perform database and all that. In SAS environment we take database and all that. That's all is the difference. Okay. Why they put SAS SQL is, for example, in their company maybe they are working in SAS environment. Okay. Suppose if my company is working in AWS environment, I'll ask people only if you know SQL, that's fine. Because in AWS we will just go for a database, we will just get SQL. You just have to know SQL queries, right? I'll execute one query. I was telling you guys, Excel will fail at some point of time where I use database, right? I'll execute it in my office laptop. I just put it ready also. I'll execute that also and show it to you. I can't share it there. I'll pass it on to each and everyone so that you will understand what it is. Just whenever I give you you get the laptop, three of you together, run the same query, what is there. You will understand what is happening, okay? But don't tell anyone that I use my office laptop here, please. Okay, so R, again R, segmentation. What is segmentation? Nothing but you're clustering. You're clustering your customers. Yes or no? Suppose you have some customers, you're clustering them into some parts. That one, officially, we call it segmentation of customers. Because maybe they are working in retail domain, so they use the term segmentation. Fine. If you want to clear that, I'll clear it here itself. What is segmentation? Right? What is happening? So that means they have different images. They're segmenting each image into different groups. So this is the image of a flower. This is the image of a leaf. This is the image of a human. They're just segmenting, right? I'll go to the definition. See here, what is happening here? Image segmentation being used to annotate every pixel, and maybe you don't know how to work with images. I'll go with, see here, cluster segmentation with machine learning. I was telling you towards data science will help you a lot. See, customer segmentation, ultimately which algorithm he is using here? Business case, understanding business case, data preparation, segmentation with what is algorithm? It comes under clustering algorithms again. So how is segmentation happening? Using a machine learning clustering model, right? Words will vary, but techniques are same. So learn the basic subject you can apply anywhere. Fine. That is what I was telling you since yesterday, right? Next, again, hyperparameter tuning is more important. I was telling you. Yes or no? I used the word yesterday. Visualization and interpretation of the results. How do you do interpretation of your results? When you know what graph is, right? So I was telling you, ma'am was also answering this box plot. What is the plot used for outliers? I was asking you yesterday. Box plot, I told. Let's see how box plot. I know you how it is, right? I think you guys know it already, how it looks like. Let me take any box plot. Yeah, here. What is this? Isn't it box plot? But lot of things are there in one box plot. You just know it's a plot. But what it is, why do we use? We don't know, right? But with this, a project model will completely change. Because data should be normalized data or data with a discrepancy when you're working algorithm. How a data should be there? Should be clean and neat, right? How do you clean your data and make it neat? Exploratory data analysis and pre-processing. One of the most important technique in pre-processing is outlier treatment. Fine. So you have to clean your data. Only then you have to tell your machine to run an algorithm. Because your machine is not human to use intelligence, right? Okay, ikkada outlier undi pakkak padeddam. Okay, I'll remove that outlier. Okay, fine. Remaining whatever data I will take. Machine cannot make decisions like that. We humans can make it, but machine will not. Right? Am I correct? So fine, let me go back. Yeah. So I'll just open Excel. Since we don't have whiteboard, let's start in Excel. This is your board. Can you guys see or do you want me to zoom it? Fine, this zoom is fine. My font is very less. Whenever you want me to zoom it, just let me know, okay? Yeah. Now tell me guys, let's talk about data. Okay. Whenever I talk about data, what comes to my picture is ultimately I'll show you one flowchart which I drew it. But answers here, if whatever you tell me, that flowchart I'll show you so that you will understand what we were talking until now. Okay. So firstly, I'll talk about data obtained in the sense what characters or what thing is present in the data. Okay. Next, about the data size. Okay. Next, coming to data storage. Next, clarity in data. That is how a data is aligned. That part, let's go it later. I'll show in the picture that one. Okay. Here coming to data obtained. Yesterday I was asking you some question. When your data is something, what it is. When your data is something, what it is, right? You'll remember. Or you thought I'll also forget. I asked you 3 questions. A to Z 0 to 9 special characters, what is your thing? Only text data, what is your thing? And it is images and videos, what is your thing? Correct? Same 3 questions. Did anyone refer? You referred? What it is? If it is images and videos, which algorithms you go for? I mean, which okay, deep learning or machine learning or what you go for? Images can be worked with everything. Okay. So coming to numbers, I mean A to Z, 0 to 9, and special characters. It can work with everything. Only text data, work with everything again. What did you search? You tell me, I'll do it here, same thing. What did you search actually? What was your query when you're searching? You don't remember what you were told. Take your own time. Meanwhile, guys, tell me. So what are the dates of data obtained? A to Z? 0 to 9? Zero to 9? Some special characters. Next. After special characters, images, next. Videos, next. Audios, okay. Next. Text is not A to Z. Text is nothing but A to Z again, right? ఇంకా అసలు మీరు ఏమేమి డేటా చూసారు మీ లైఫ్ లో? ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ సునామీ వస్తుంది. ఆ సునామీ వచ్చినట్టు మీరు ఎలా చూస్తున్నారు? దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో డేటా. వేర్ ఆర్ యూ సీయింగ్ ఇట్? What kind of data you are getting when you are identifying tsunami in your news channels or anywhere? Even you get it in your feeds also. From where is that pictures taken? What is that information about? Geo? Geospatial? That picture we call it like that. But where are we getting it? Satellite information? Satellite pictures, they're different from our images. They have longitude and latitude data in it. Our general images will not have latitude and longitude information. But satellite images have it, right? So I can make satellite also here. Information. So you're using Apple Watches. Anyone is using Apple Watch or Fitbit or OnePlus watches? When you're walking, how is it understanding you put one step? Sensors. Sensor is also type of information. Sensors. Okay. Just 1 second. మీ మధ్యలో వెళ్తారు కదా, ఈ నంబర్ కానీ హనీ వివేక్ అనే కజిన్ కానీ ఒకవేళ ఫోన్ వస్తే తనని ఇక్కడికి లొకేషన్ చెప్పరా ఇక్కడికి? ఓకేనా? షీస్ కమింగ్ హియర్. షీస్ వెయిటింగ్ సిన్స్ 3 months ఫర్ మై డెమో. ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ హర్ టు కమ్ హియర్. She even relocated to Hyderabad to just meet me to get the demo. Yeah, fine. You understood this? Data obtains. Is there anything else? Any other type? If you observe, just tell me. I observed only this. Did you observe anything else? Any data? What data you have seen, guys? Stock something. What data you have seen? Barcode. Barcode, how it comes? You will have a sheet on which pin writes. Pin writes. How is that pin writing? From satellite, it gets information. Again, pin writing. So I wrote satellite information, right? So next, try something. If any one of you will tell me any information other than this, I'll pay you 1,000 rupees immediately. Google Pay. Immediately. Trust me, I'll give you. Any one of you. You might be thinking she's so confident, so no other data. That's all, guys. These are the data types we'll get, okay? Any information, you suppose your registers. That is also some information. It contains A to Z, 0 to 9, special characters, right? Because if someone puts comma, full stop, it becomes special characters. That's all. Suppose you're going to a company, you will have again 0 to 9, A to Z, images, videos, special characters, right? Fine. So next, coming to size of data. So how will your system read? Your system will read KB. System దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి KB అని చెప్పు. How is your systems working? Behind mechanism, how are they working? People are from computer science. Binary 0, 1, right? 0, 1. So next comes after 0, 1, bits. Bits. Writing any spelling mistake, please tell me, okay? So next, 4 bits is known as what? Nibble. 4 bits, 1 nibble. 8 bits. Byte. Next comes KB. Kilobytes. Next. Okay. MB. Gigabyte అన్నట్టు వినిపించి అన్న. I'm changing. MB next. EB next. TB next. TB next. Sure exabyte after petabyte. In the net you don't tell me. Sure next after PB it is XB. Sure. You have your systems in front of you guys. Search and tell me, that's okay. We all are learning. Search and tell me you have systems, you have Wi-Fi connections. Search. What is 1024 PB? 1024 is a number. నాకు 2048 వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు. Double of it I get. After PB? Google చేయి. కొట్టదు నిన్నది ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తుంది. I expect whenever I give Google option, I expect answers from this side, guys. 5 of you. What is after PB? What is that? TB or EB or XB. What is that? If you're not answering, your lecturers will start answering this.
Exabyte.
Someone is telling online it is exabyte. What is exabyte? XB? Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
When is terabyte coming into picture next? After that it is zettabyte. After that? Malli petabyte. After yottabyte you have something. Your Anita ma'am will answer that. What is there after YB? She took 2 days to get it. Bronotobyte. You write 1024 YB is known as what in Google? What is it? If you go to images, it will be there only. Don't trust images. Go to text data. Don't go with images. Because images will be previously loaded ones, right? What is that? Is it bronotobyte? Correct? BB? I'll write it as BB. Okay? Fine. Now again coming to the storage. What are the different places you store your data? Same yesterday's question. Anyone referred? What files? Today we will be more specific to things. Okay? What files? Excel file. Inka? JSON. Okay. Next. What is that? Bison file. No, don't go into that because JSON Bison will get confusing. Let's not go with that. JSON file. Its combinations different way. We call it Bison and remaining. Let's go with JSON. Okay. Okay. Next. Any other files or databases or clouds? Anything? Tell me.
MongoDB.
MongoDB. Someone from online is answering. MongoDB. Next. Next. You don't know any servers? Tableau. Did you go home and open Tableau? Did you guys open it? I doubt if you guys open. If not, at least 5 you must have told. I'll show you the list in Tableau. Everything is ready, guys, today. I have a good Wi-Fi connection and my system is in front of me. See here, Microsoft SQL Server. More databases to a server. What are the list I have? Out of these, you're not able to tell at least one or two? All these are servers where you store your data? Am I correct? Am I correct or no? All these are servers, right? Then why don't you tell all these names? We have PostgreSQL, MySQL, Cassandra DB, AWS, GCP. A lot we have, right? I was also asking IBM Watson. Is it a database or cloud? Cloud. Anyone referred? No. No, no one referred. Understood now? I already told you guys yesterday. Same questions I'll ask you tomorrow. I didn't forget any questions, whatever I asked you guys. After 1 month also, I'll not forget. For sure. I already gave 3 classes in the morning. I came to this 4th class of my day. I took vaccine and came here. You guys are not answering. All these are databases or no? Right? So remember all these names. Tell me 5 names of 5 database names. Fast, quick. You have it in front of you. Be careful when you're answering. I ask database names. Don't give me cloud names. Oracle is cloud or database? Cloud is not there. Oracle mein. Oracle cloud is not there. Okay, what is PostgreSQL? It's a database. I'm just giving you some hints of what databases are there. Any 5 if you answer in interview, that will help you. Okay, just note down. Type 4 or 5 database names, cloud names. Okay, for this I'll go back to the picture again. There you can note it very well. On a flow, you can note that flow chart. I'll give you 5 minutes time to note it. Okay. So this is about the storage, right? Now tell me, when you have Excel, why are we going for remaining databases and clouds? I told you yesterday. Limitations. So why we are into file system? First we were into file system. Then files like Excel, JSON, all these files have come. Later, why did we go into database? Why are we, no, I'm not asking how are we retrieving. Why do we have to store it then when we have Excel already? Anyways, if we put it there again, we are retrieving again, doing analytics in Excel. Why don't we store it in Excel? Why database? Huh? Excel has a limit. Anyone knows that? What is that? No. Tell me. It's okay. I'll open another sheet. Tell me now, what is the limit of Excel? You mute. You all mute yesterday's morning class. Mute. Remaining? What is the limit of Excel? What is the limit of Excel? Yeah. Now, what is the number of rows in Excel? Maximum number of rows accepted in Excel. See, because there is a limit for files, we are going for database. What is the limit of Excel? I told you Excel is a basic analytics tool. Every data science interview starts with Excel. You don't know what is happening in Excel. Right? You want me to show that then? Now you tell me what is the limit of Excel. You got the number there. Highlighted in the top left. Sorry, bottom left. Bottom left. Yeah, you have systems, right? Yeah, guys, open Excel in your systems. Yeah, open Excel in your systems. Just open new sheet, workbook in your system. Just open Excel in your system. Don't worry so much. Open Excel in your system. They're thinking, oh, what is the number? You opened Excel? You have 2007 Excel? 2007 here. Here it is 2007. Everyone has 2007 only. Okay, fine then. It's okay. Go to the left corner, A1 column. Go to the left corner, first cell, you insert your cursor on the first cell. Okay. Click on control down arrow. Control down arrow. Put your left finger on control, right finger on down arrow. What is the number you got? 10,000? That's 10,000. 10 lakhs. Okay. Got it now? Now we understood what is the limit of Excel? Understood? Now what are the number of rows? 10 lakhs rows are. Columns are. You have seen yesterday, so you're telling. Control up arrow. Again go up. Go to the top cell. Even though you do control right arrow, you will get alphabets. I want the number. I want the number. Apply your LKG maths. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 formula. How do you have to apply? I'll show it. Just see in the system which it is displaying here. I'll show you how to do, execute it and do it again. Okay. See here, I'm on the first cell of my Excel. Okay. Look here guys, again I'll not repeat this. This is very basic. I'm not going to repeat again. Okay. So I'll write 1 here. Okay. I'm going to the B1. So if I have to tell I'm 1, so if I have to tell this is the second person in a queue, what do I have to do? I'm adding 1 to it. So if I have to say this person is 3, I'm adding 1 to this person or me. To this second person, I'm adding 1. So he is 3. I'll add 1 to this, so that is 4. That thing we can do it in Excel. We can write the formula for it, right? So what I'll do is equals to the previous cell, whatever number is there, the reference plus 1. Right? What is the number I got? 2. So I'll copy that formula which is in that cell. Control shift right arrow, complete row I have selected and asking it to control V. Paste that formula in all the cells in that row. So now if I go with control right arrow, I'll get the maximum number of cells in, maximum number of columns in Excel. 16,384. Once again we'll do it. See guys, see carefully when I'm doing just simple maths, but execute it immediately, you will face problem later. Everyone execute it. Guys, again I'm telling you, even though I'm taking very less content because I'm showing you everything, it might take some time. Don't worry, after this 3 hours, if I left something, I'll come back again. Don't worry about it, okay? But learn whatever I'm telling. See, everyone see it. I'll show you again. Slowly, I'll tell you again. So tell me, Control C is what? Copying a formula in Excel, right? Control V, pasting a formula. That formula is, you know, right? Control C, Control V. Before that, what you have to know is, when I do control down arrow, cell will just navigate to the top, wherever I told left hand, it will just navigate. But when I say control shift down arrow, it will select. See, I'll show you the difference. Just look here carefully. When I'm saying control down arrow, what is it doing? Just navigating me to the extreme end. I'll again come back control up arrow. I'm just navigating to the top one, right? Now I'll do control shift down arrow. What is it doing? With selection it is going, right? So this is what I have done towards right. I just copied the formula with control C, whatever I wrote. Control shift right arrow, I just copied complete row, control V, so that all the cells in that row are pasted with the formula. That reference will navigate in such a way that everything, the preceding one will be taken as a formula and one will be added to it. Clear? Again, I'm doing it now. I explained you, right? I'm doing it now, right? In the first one, I'm doing it 1. 1 is in my first cell. I'll go to the next cell. To start a formula in Excel, we have to write equals to. We also have some other symbols. I'm using equals to, okay? Equals to the preceding cell, number whatever it has, plus 1. So what will this number be? See, if I drag it to the next one, what will be the number there? 3, obviously, right? So I'll just copy this, control C, I copied it. I'm just copying that cell. Control Shift right arrow. Copy, selected complete row. Fine. Now I'm doing Control V. Pasting it. Anyone is not getting it? Anyone didn't get? You missed somewhere? Boys will do it. I'm confident about boys in systems. రాలేదా ఫార్ములా ఏం లేదమ్మా ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు రిసీడింగ్ సెల్ ఉంది ఓకేనా ప్లస్ 1 ఎక్కడ రాస్తున్నామా ఒక నిమిషం ఆగు ఇక్కడ ఉందా ఆగు ఇదిగో ఇప్పుడు ప్లస్ రే ప్లస్ 1 రే ఎంటర్ చేయి ఎంటర్ వచ్చింది కదా ఇప్పుడు ఇది కాపీ చేయి కంట్రోల్ సి చేయి కాపీ చేసుకున్నావు కదా కంట్రోల్ షిఫ్ట్ రైట్ ఆరో మొత్తం కాపీ అయిందా ఇప్పుడు అన్నిట్లో పేస్ట్ అవుతుంది కంట్రోల్ వి కొడితే పేస్ట్ అయిందా ఇప్పుడు కంట్రోల్ రైట్ ఆరో కొట్టు నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రోస్ ఇన్ ఎక్స్ ఓకే గాట్ ఇట్ వచ్చిందా understood guys now we are understanding importance of excel got it did you understand shall we go to the next one the previous question what I was asking answer is here clear you're still in excel finish it fast I'll give time to write let me just finish tell you what is this talking about okay same thing whatever we spoke until now okay coming to the data source here if you see data we have size storage data obtains and type of data before going to type of data I'll tell you what is that talking about what is structured what is semi structured what is unstructured also I'll tell you okay in between if you're having any doubts please ask me let's clarify when that topic is going on because if I go back to 60th point again you come back and ask second point I cannot come back right so ask me when that point is going on okay so here if you see based on your size of data you have to decide which file you have to store am I correct have you understood why did I ask size of data you have to know understanding now I'll take 3 GB video file can I store it in your phone 3 GB video file 3 GB video file it accepts in your phone 1833 GB file video in your system it accepts right okay 1 lakh GB 1 lakh GB where do you store it no place to store we can store we have cloud for it right so based on your size of data we are changing our storages right that is why if you see here in the picture whenever I'm writing data size of data at one point of time I mention it whole as one point bigger size of data isn't it bigger in size how for your systems okay your CP okay laptops everyone has laptop right how far will your laptop store your data what is the maximum limit of laptops don't tell me up to hard disk again connecting hard disk I can store you don't tell me that is there option is there I accept what 1 TB 2 TB 2 TB is also there 1 TB I have 3 systems in which one has 2 TB and one other 2 has 1 TB my office system is unlimited again because system is here physically but I connect to VPN and work that means my main system whatever is there it is just a small box which is there in US again you understand In my personal system, if I see the storage, it is having 1 TB. Personal system which is shared here. If I open my laptop, it will not show me the specifications of system because it is not 1 TB. It is just a VPN connection. Because when I connect to a system, if I give a wrong password, if I give some other's ID and their password, I can even work in my colleague's system is here. I can just connect to the VPN. It is not that we are working in that laptop. We are working with our work is going in the cloud somewhere which is placed in US. We are connected to the US servers. Understand? You know VPN connections, right? Same thing is happening. When you learn, it will be like boring, right? VPN, ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది లైఫ్ లో చూసుకుందాం వచ్చినప్పుడు అనుకుంటారు కదా. But it happens the same. Don't get scared what happens in real time. అమ్మో మేబీ వీళ్ళు ఏదో అద్భుతాలు చేసేస్తున్నారేమో అక్కడ ఇక్కడ మనకు అది నేర్పించట్లేదు అనుకోవద్దు. These basics only will go there. Same things. Again and again, I'm telling you the same thing. To remove that fear in you, I even bought my office laptop. I'll show you that also. Okay? Now again, coming to here, based on your size of your data, the storage varies, right? Now, when I talk about storage, I have 3 types. What is that? Cloud. Which is the most preferred one? How can you tell cloud? When I have only 1,000 rows in my data, why do I have to pay for it to use this cloud? Everything is equally important. It only depends on your data size. To understand data size, you should know first what is that. That is why I started with it. First, you didn't know why I started with it. Correct? Now you're getting answer why I started, why it is important. Understanding, right? If you know that, you will understand which to use. Correct? Your college information of your class. Only your class. For 1 year, your attendance and everything. Can I manage it in Excel? I can manage. How many working days you have? So I have 12. You have, for example, 300 working days. Let's take. You will not come 300, but let's take 300. Out of 300, each day, how many hours you have? 5 hours. Let's take 5 hours. Out of 5, if you are attending 2 hours, instead of putting every hour, I can put it as 2. That means out of 5, he is attending 2 hours. Like that, if I go day wise, can I not store it in Excel? 16,000 columns are not enough. I can make each student as one column. Yes or no? I can store it, right? So why do your Loyola people have to spend so much money for database and cloud to just store your data? Not required. Only your class. Not required. Okay. Only PG block. PG block. Each class one Excel sheet. I can create. Okay. Coming to the UG and PG. Combination. How many Excels will you maintain? Each class, each section, and UG you have 4 sections also. In the sense, first year's 2 sections, second year 2 sections, third year 2 sections. I think for information, Agri 4 years. In again, they have again sections in it. Can I store those many Excel sheets? To search which Excel only, I'll get confused. Instead, I can just store it in database and write a query for whichever I want. Is it not feasible, right? I don't need cloud for Loyola data. Just database is enough. Right? I can manage with database, right? Okay. What about Loyola? All the colleges naming Loyola in the world. Let's take in India. How many branches are there? Loyola in India? Indirectly linked colleges are also there, guys. Okay, let's take 3 colleges which you know, Vijayawada, Loyola and Chennai. 3. Database is enough? Enough. Fine. Enough. Okay, let me talk at all Jesuit colleges. St. Xavier's, all this comes, right? Database is enough for it? I have to go to cloud? This is how you decide. Based on your data, you show your preference. ఇప్పుడు మొత్తం జెస్యూట్ కాలేజెస్ లో క్లౌడ్ మెయింటైన్ చేయాలంటే ఓకే ఫైన్ ఒక క్వెరీకి ఓకే 0.00001 రూపీ కడుతున్నాం. అబ్బా అది పెద్ద పని కాదు కదా స్టోర్ చేయడం. అదే మీ క్లాస్ ఒక్కటే స్టోర్ చేయడానికి క్లౌడ్ తీసుకుంటేనా మీ 5-6 ఫీజులు క్లౌడ్ మెయింటైన్ చేయడానికి సరిపోతుంది. అవునా కదా? ఎస్ నో సేమ్ థింగ్ రైట్? దెన్ వై డూ యూ హ్యావ్ టు వేస్ట్ యువర్ మనీ unnecessarily using cloud? For our data, if I use Excel, no, nothing works. Each Excel, if I have to search, there will be around some millions of Excel sheets. Millions, I'm telling you, per month. Just per month, if I show you the data which we obtained, it is around some crores. I'll just write a query for 1 month. And August month, we got very less claims. I'll just write a query for August month. See the number what I got for August month. Just the number of claims. Like that, if I have to do analysis for 1 year, we train our machine learning models with 2 years of data. I just told you 1 month data. 2 years, how many claims will have? Can I use database or Excel? Definitely cloud. So when we people are working so much, we are getting so much of money for them. When we do the project, some millions where they get income. Out of getting that income, maintaining cloud is very easy for them. Yes or no? So this way you have to plan also. These will be the questions. I'll give you 3000 rows, 10 columns. Where do you store your data? Excel is fine. Is Excel protected? Is Excel protected? She was about to tell some Moddu and she stopped. Is Excel protected? Anyone can access your sheet? Anyone can access your sheet? Excel is protected or free source? Free source in the sense, my meaning is everyone can use it. Think of it when you're answering. Think of it. I didn't give you any question. I left it as hypothetical only. I will not, you cannot get any answer from my face. My face will be always sarcastic. So I have my class data, which is your personal information. Okay. Anyone in your class can access it? Or only your HOD ma'am can access it? Suppose by chance from her system that Excel came to you. Can you freely see it? Ma'am, can I access your Excel, you'll ask? If that is question paper, will you ask? If that is your question paper, same question paper. Simple guys, Excel is also protected. You can put your own password to your sheets. Everywhere you can make your data protected. Depends, you have to know how to do it. You can put your own password for your Excel sheets. We have our Excel sheets protected when we have our patient's personal information. Suppose a patient is leaving somewhere, his phone number is it, that information I see it. But other than me, no one in the office have permission to see it. That should not go to someone else. Maybe he might call her, blackmail and take money or something. I will be behind bars then. Other than me, no one has access to see it. Like that, in an office, only 1 person or 2 persons only will have access to see it. Some information. So that is why whenever people have to train data or test data, I will have to decide what they have to take. And I'll give permission. I'll just take all the data out of which they want, only those columns. I'll get it into a separate place, store it somewhere. I'll ask them to use only that for machine learning and deep learning training. This is how we do. You understand? For example, in the training of machine learning algorithm, if they want personal information, they have to write a bond for me. I have to sign on it. They have to wait for 1 month to finish the procedures. They have to finish a training called ethical issues. This is how it is. That is how we have to take care of the data. You understand? The security is very important. For suppose if I connect the projector now, immediately in seconds, I'll get a call. Definitely I'll get a call from US. For sure, I'll get a call. If you want me to show the demo, I'll show it. Seriously, we will get a call. If you see in my office system, we have a complaints number also. Suppose by chance today I want to do something with the personal data. I want to change something. I'll immediately call that number. I'm telling this number, this is the patient, I'm changing it. I'll inform them. Within 10 minutes, they will get the permission from them. They'll tell whether I can do it or not. They ask me, you can proceed. They'll just send me a mail. I'll accept that mail. I'll just put a tick mark to that mail accepting it. Then I'll change it. This is how it goes. That is why when you're learning, you will do algorithm in 1 day or 2 hours. Real time, we take years to build that algorithm because our data is not proper. You have to EDA, explore the data, understand the data, pre-process it, remove the missing values, remove the outliers, and decide which features are important. Out of 1 lakh change features, I have to decide which features are for machine learning. And which features, which algorithm, which features, which are we are building in my office. The I told you lakhs of data columns, right? We are building 57 algorithms on that data. Same data, 57 solutions. Same data, but solutions are different. Same business need different answers. Where we have NLP team, we have data engineering team, data science team, data science working with machine learning, working with deep learning. You understand? This is how real time is. I'm just putting in front of you how the real time is clearly. Understand the importance of data, when to choose what. Understanding, right? So when I talk about Excel, let's come back to here again, coming to storage. Limitation of files, whatever we have, is covered by databases. Limitation of databases, whatever we have, is covered by cloud. Clear? It's coming. You have number. This is the number. You can call her. You can call her. Any sim is fine. She knows both my numbers. Fine, clear, guys? Understood? Clear? Understood? Work for yourself, guys. When I worked for myself, I saw the result. When I wrote exams for college, I didn't see any result in my career. Same thing, try for it. Okay? So let's go back here. I just gave a break in between. Fine. Coming back to file, database, and cloud. Do you want to see how a file look like? You know Excel, right? Right. I'll show you database. One database. Have you all seen any databases? Any database? You have seen MySQL. Did you see MongoDB? You have seen MongoDB and MySQL. So you want me to open MySQL or MongoDB? MySQL or SQL Server? Anything you want. PostgreSQL. Everything is there. Whatever you want. You can see so many tabs in between. You can see all of them, whatever are there. MongoDB, Spider, PyCharm, everything you can see. Cassandra, I don't have. Because Cassandra, I have it in AWS. I'm using Cassandra from AWS. Oracle DB also, Oracle DB, I don't have it in the system because my brother is working in Oracle. I see it from his system. So I'll open MySQL. Now let's talk about the importance of SQL. Fine? Topic is fine, or you want me to go for structured, unstructured, semi-structured? You'll get that answer also if I show SQL. SQL first, then we will go for structured, semi-structured and unstructured. Okay? See here, you were thinking like AWS అంటే మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయి AWS లోపల నుంచే తీసుకురావాలనుకుంటాం కదా. It's not like that. You can see AWS thing here. This is from AWS. This is my AWS. Some other projects when I have done and I got that I wanted their data, I got connected to their AWS portals. Sorry, MySQL AWS portals. In AWS they have MySQL where their data is stored. That was connected here in mine. Admin user, RLDC, this is all power sector data. Their office data. Okay. Now this is my personal one. Okay. So now why do we need SQL? Why do we need SQL queries? Why? To access data. To retrieve data. Okay, correct answers only. Come on, tell me next. Manipulate data. Alter. Manipulate data. Alter. Next. Update. You're telling all the functions available in SQL. W3 schools tutorial పని గట్టి పట్టుకున్నట్టున్నారు. లైన్ గా చెప్పుకుంటూ వస్తున్నారు. పైగా ఆల్టర్ అప్డేట్. అదే ఆల్టర్ తర్వాత అప్డేట్ ఉంటుంది W3 schools లో. See, when you're answering, I can even understand from which website you guys referred also. So be very careful when you're answering me. Why SQL? Alter data, all this explanation is also there in W3 School's introduction part. If you click on home page on the top and then introduction, you'll get all these answers, right? Same answers you tell me. You know it is there. Tell me those only. Correct answers only, guys. Tell me.
To combine the data.
To combine the data. Fine. Using joins. Right? Next. No, I don't think I'm talking to someone. I'm getting answers from online. Someone in online is telling me. Okay. ఇంకా దట్స్ ఆల్. పేపర్ అయిపోయింది, ప్రాక్టికల్ అయిపోయింది, అంతే చేశారా? ఆల్టర్, అప్డేట్, రిట్రీవ్ డేటా అంతే చేశారా? ఇంకేం చేయలేదు దాంట్లో. వ్యూ డేటా, వ్యూ టు వ్యూ ద డేటా. ఓకే, ఇంకా టు రిమూవ్. సే కరెక్ట్లీ. Drop a column. Okay. If you're allowed to drop a column in your office, I'll pay you 1,000 now. Next. When you create your own data, you can drop your columns. It's someone's data. You cannot do anything on it. Fine. Understood why we should not drop a data? Next. But option is there. I accept. Next. Okay. Don't you use alias? Alias is in data. What is the main option you use in SQL when you start a query? What is that you write? You select the data what you require. You don't want to see all the columns. You want to analyze on something, few columns, you can ask it using select. Yes or no? Database is also for analysis. SQL query use cheskoni, we get the data and analysis on it. Why are you guys not answering this? I'm telling you know everything, but don't know to answer. I'm waiting since before at least one person will use analyze word or select statement. Because whenever you write query, first query uses select only, no? Select tarvata sum kavala, count kavala, average kavala, you put it. Then you will tell which table you want it from. Then in which database it is present, and where you give conditions where what and all what you want. Am I correct? Maximum how many lines of query did you write? SQL query? What is the maximum number of lines of query you wrote? It's okay, okay, fine. Lines of query, you don't write it now and see how many lines. How many conditions did you use in your SQL? Don't tell me many. Approximate number? 10. Anyone tried 10 at least? How many you have used, guys? Huh? ఇది ఆఫీస్ అది కనెక్టెడ్ నా క్వైరీ ఒకటి చూపిస్తే వీళ్ళకి అర్థమవుతుంది సీక్వెల్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్. I wrote 113 lines of query, SQL query. 113 lines of one SQL query. Think of, will it fit here? It will not fit. I have to drag so much. Right? To get one sheet downloaded, I'll wait for 1 hour. Because that complete query conditions should get applied in a server and get executed. Yes or no? Correct? This is how my SQL queries are. This is my office laptop. I cannot project it there. This is how my SQL queries are. Everything is a SQL query, no content in it. SQL query. Can you see the query in worksheet? Can you see it here? Don't see the projector. I'm not displaying it here. It's here. Turn back and see it's here. Understanding? Can you see the size of query? You can take a pic of it, but it will not be used for you. It depends on my data. నేను రాసి పంపించమంటే రాసి ఇచ్చేస్తాను. రాసి పంపించేనా అది? పిక్చర్కి ఏమీ లేదు, తీసుకోవచ్చు, ఫోటో తీసుకోవచ్చు. No, I'll write and send it to you. Because I am noted with that query again and again. The number of columns, out of which 1000 columns, whatever I use, I have noted of it. What is that 1000 columns? You understand? SQL query you can see. If I scroll down, you will get more. At a time, you write the complete query or step by step? At a time. Usually when they learn, no, basically, you people see join on 2 Excel sheets. I mean, 2 sheets. Anywhere it is, 2 tables you will join. I will join 8 tables. 8 tables. I have to use inner join or outer join. That also depends on my query, what I want, what data information I want. Mostly we use inner join because I want unique data. I don't want any repetitions, right? So unique data, because all the tables might have same thing, but I want in the header data. We call it header table, in that table. Understood? Clear? Now after seeing this query, I think you guys will start writing queries. Writing queries is very easy, guys. Learning SQL you can finish in 1 day. If you give me 4 hours of time, I'll make you learn complete SQL in 4 hours. Seriously, lifelong you can use it. You will not even forget also, because I'll make you people execute it. All queries. If I have to show you how I teach people SQL, W3 schools people will not show interest, right? Obviously. This is how I tell people. This is how I teach people SQL. They don't want W3 schools, Google. Anyone? This is what I was asking. This is what I was asking. Why data? Why database? Why SQL? Same answers did you try to give? Same, right? But you were not confident, that's all. You know this thing? This part also you have studied. This part also you have studied. This part you have studied. Simple. Upar mein SQL query is there. Down I'll have example how to write. That's all. You know all this? Drop, your drop has come. Okay. Right? All this you guys know already. See, wherever you go, information is same. Just express it. All this you have seen, right? When you wrote SQL queries. But when to use what? So joins, you know? Different types of joins. When to use which one? You know when to use which one? Inner join is, why inner join? Which has values in both. Inner join values in both. Left join, left table any columns, right side on the common columns. Right join, right side on the table, common also. Full join combines both. Self join, table on table, table on the same table. Clear? Same thing, you guys know it, right? That is what I'm telling you guys know everything, but not answering. So now you understood why SQL? You want me to write a query? See if I can write a query. Shall we try? Shall we try? Okay, fine. I have a global superstore data. I'll show you the data. Tell me what do you want. I'll get that through a query. Why I'm taking global superstore? It has 50,000 rows, I think. This bigger one, what I have. You know global superstore, right? Tableau you have seen, right? I know where you have seen that data also. Global superstore, you have orders, returns. Correct? Am I correct? So which one do you have more information on, orders or returns? What is order sheet talking about? Everything you have learned in Tableau. Same thing I'm just revising. Order sheet, what does it have? ఆర్డర్స్ అది అర్థమవుతుంది షీట్ లో నుంచి లోపల ఏముందని అడుగుతున్నాను డేటారే ఉందమ్మా డేటాలో ఏముంది ద డే విచ్ దే ఆర్డర్ ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ ఏరియా ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ ప్లేస్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్ రిటర్న్స్ return back, right? Now tell me number of orders, number of order IDs in order sheet is equals to number of order ID in return sheet. Correct or true? True or false? False. Why? Everyone, whoever ordered will not return it back. Correct, right? Simple logic. This is simple way. This is the way you have to think of in Excel. Not only in Excel, any analytical skills, whenever you have to do any analytics, you have to think like this. That's all. Simple way of thinking. Got it? Understood? Simple. You think analytics are very difficult, right? Simple. You know pivot table? Come on, excuse me. So I'm just selecting data. Data analytics, right? So you have to analyze something. Shall we do it? To do analytics in Excel, what do you use? I want the count of something, average of something, sum of something. What do you have to use? What is that function? You put in sum of. Okay, fine. I'll go with you. Sum of. Sum of to understand the sales. Sum of sales. I want sum of sales only in US. Filter ankandi, please. Do you have pivot table option in your Excel? Why do we use it? Why do we use it? To summarize whatever I asked, no, that makes easy in pivot table. I'll go to insert, just inserting table. I don't want charts along with it. Just insert pivot table, just summarization for now. I'll go into it. Now, what I was asking, in US, right? US is in country or market? Country, you have United States or US in Global Superstore? This is Global Superstore data, which you have seen. I have US, United States, both US and United States. In market, it is represented US or United States. In country, it is US or United States. You have worked on the data for semester. Should know what is the data, right? At least one person answer, no? You will answer all the question. Now answer this. Not clear about the question. Yeah, I'm telling I want United States sales. United States, whatever I'm telling, United States, complete. UNITED STATES. That is in country or market. It's not in country. Understood? What did you do? You do it with filters. I'll do it with pivot table. I just dragged it here. See, market I put in columns because why did I put market in columns? I'll tell you that also. I'll put country in columns and make market here. Is it understood? Anything understood? If I interchange, which is good? This is nothing but your data analyst brain. Before checking only, I understood where to put what. Right? Now you tell me where is US? It's in see. US is in? Someone tell it's in both. United States were to differentiate market and country. What they did is US shortcut, they did it in market. In country, they made it in United States. You didn't observe this brief. You didn't observe the data in this depth, no? They still have it out whether United States is there or no. Correct? So okay, it's just a second's time, right? Got United States? ఉందా యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ ఇప్పుడు క్లారిటీ వచ్చిందా కొంచెం అమ్మాయి రిలాక్స్ వాటర్ తాగొచ్చు ఇప్పుడు క్లియర్ now you understood my question. This brief you have to identify understand data when you're talking. If you're not understanding this depth, see, same data whatever you have seen I have seen, but you understand how my brain is. I'm not working every day on it, but still I remember what is it. Yes or no? You worked for semester 6 months. I will not even spend more than 5 minutes on this. Literally not more than 5 minutes. But when I was learning, I have seen it when 2 years back. It is registered. Because whenever I have to tell someone, I have to do on this. Because this is a bigger data we have. Like this, wherever you work. See, I have my office data. Why do you have to remember all the columns which I have to work on? Why do you have to remember? Because whenever someone will ask you a question, they will not clearly tell you it is in this column, it is in this column, it is in this column. They will not tell you. You have to learn the data first. That is what we call data analytics. Now, why did I open Excel? Why did I open MongoDB, MySQL DB is, can you say me, suppose I'll write a query. So what do you want? Will this query work? You have done SQL, you know SQL. What are the options in SQL? W3 schools మొత్తం దింపేశారు కదా. Will this work? It will work? I'll execute it. If it doesn't work, everyone do 100 rupees Google Pay to my number. I'll give you. We didn't upload? We didn't upload in SQL. My data is here, global orders. It is there. Use database. Now, where should I write use database? Starting? What should I write? Where should I write? Okay. See guys, every database we have an option to set it as default on which we are working every day. Yes or no? Do we have that option to set it as default? Okay, fine. Same query, I'll write it from here. One of my students table. Here we have persons, right? That is not there in mine, right? Here we have persons. Okay. I'll write from persons. Will it get executed? When that got executed, will this get executed? What is it telling? Table? What doesn't exist? It is not increasing. 1 second. Okay, fine. I'll read that. Table MongoDB, MohanaDB persons doesn't exist. What is it telling? What do you mean? MohanaDB table అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా MohanaDB అని టేబుల్ ఉంది పర్సన్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది ప్రవీణ్ DB లో ఉంది సో వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ టెల్లింగ్ table MohanaDB persons doesn't exist. And what did you understand from this? Where is that? Which is my default table working now? So when it is default, I need not mention which database it have to take data from. Okay. Now this Praveen DB, it is not working. Now if I ask it, when I tell it, from MohanaDB, this one same thing. Now I have to mention from this DB, this persons. Okay. Now will this get executed? Yes, right? No data, he just tried some functions, create table something. Okay. Now got it understood? Okay. Now again, now it got executed with Praveen DB. Now if I'll remove this, it should work, right? That is what is your brain working now. That is how your brain is working now. Everyone has same thing, that it will work now. Let's see whether it will work or not. What is it telling again? We have to change the default. So I'll here right click. Here I can put it as set default. Have an option called set default. Now I'll set it as default. Now I'll run it. Got it again? Are you understanding what option you forgot when I was asking you SQL? Understood now how to work in SQL? Got it? If you're setting some table as your this thing, then you can work without even mentioning your database name. For suppose you're working on more than one table from different databases, you want to join, then you have to mention both the databases names because in default only everything will be taken even though you enter join. Right? ఈ డేటాబేస్ నుంచి ఒక టేబుల్ కావాలి ఈ డేటాబేస్ నుంచి ఒక టేబుల్ కావాలి ఈ డేటాబేస్ ఈ టేబుల్ ఈ డేటాబేస్ లో ఉంది ఈ టేబుల్ ఈ డేటాబేస్ లో ఉంది we have to mention, right? Correct, right? So again, I'll go back to global orders. How is the data arranged here? కింద ఆన్సర్ వచ్చింది కదా. Is it structured? నీట్ గా అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా మీకు డేటా? ఓకే, సిటీ కాలం లో సిటీలు ఉన్నాయి, స్టేట్ కాలం స్టేట్. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఒక పర్సన్ గురించి అడిగాను, ఒక పర్సన్ ఎవరు ఉంటారు, టామ్ సంథింగ్ ఫెలో విల్ బి దేర్. ఇఫ్ ఐ టెల్ దట్ ఫెలోస్ నేమ్, యూ కెన్ టెల్ మీ కంప్లీట్ అనలిటిక్స్ on him, because if you filter that name, remaining all his information will be there. Is it structured? Excel data is structured. Have you ever seen JSON file? Is it structured or unstructured or semi-structured? Is it structured, semi-structured, or tell me how is a JSON file? How is the JSON file? Tell me what programming language is JSON file? You stop. You mute. What programming language?
Python.
Oh, Python is JSON file. Okay. Who is that? Who answered me? Can you tell me your name? Hello. Can you just tell me your name? No, boy. It's a boy. Hello. It's okay. Fine. Fine. Your friend is telling it's Python file. Someone, you have systems in front of you, just Google JSON. Java. Still Google it. You got the answer. Don't relax. Tell me JSON full form. JavaScript. What is ON? Object notation. Now tell me which programming language is JSON file? JSON file. Understood? Someone who answered in me online got the answer. Got it now? Clear? Is it semi-structured or complete structured now? They're still in object notation only. I came back here. So now to represent this data, how do I have to represent it, guys? Same thing in the left side. How do I have to represent it to make it understandable for a person to see on the first time? I'll write ID as one column, SORC as one column, DEST, SRVC, what is it? SPRS, SPRS, DEC. Now again, everywhere, whatever values I got. Ikkada, when Excel is telling you column name once and telling only observation, that is structured. Here, every time repeating column name.
వద్దు.
Online లో మీ మమ్మీ తినమంటున్నట్టున్నారు, ఒకసారి మ్యూట్ లోకి వెళ్ళవా? Her mom is asking her to eat something, she's telling వద్దు. Yeah. That is what I was telling. Yeah, mute her.
సారీ మ్యామ్.
It's okay, it's okay. I thought she's telling the answer. I was listening. She's telling no, వద్దు నాకు. Okay, fine. Can you guys hear me now? Anyone from online class? Only 2 people are
Ma'am.
there in on.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. Okay, then. So I have downloaded data. You can see it here, right? I'll open it. How is the data? In Excel, downward, remove, forget about the column names. The other data you have seen, right? Downward. That is this data. Can I give my system this data like this? Will it work on it? Will it scold me or no with an error? So for this, okay, I'll copy it. I'm copying it, taking in Excel. I'm pasting it. Control V. How did it get pasted? In one column or two? One column. Can I give this data to it? Yes, sir. Without column information, everything in one column, if I give, will take that complete as one value. One value in the sense, one cell. You'll understand better if I use cell. Right? What analytics I'll do with one column? Can I do any analytics with one column? No, right? Obviously. So I have to make it structured. Now we understand why I'm telling unstructured and semi-structured data our machine cannot learn. Why do we have to make it structured in the picture? Understanding? Suppose if your data is in Excel, if it is in SQL database or something, you will use queries. Make it a structured data.
అదే అంటున్నా నేను ఇక వచ్చేసరికి నేను ఇట్లా అయిపోతున్నా వాళ్ళంత పెద్ద పెద్ద ఇదైంది వాళ్ళు ఎట్లా నాకు అనిపిస్తుంది
Data frame అని చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? All the things. Rows and columns నీట్ గా చేస్తుంది కదా డేటాని. మీరు పీడీ డాట్ డేటా ఫ్రేమ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈచ్ వాల్యూకి మధ్యలో కామా ఉందా, సెమీ కాలం ఉందా మెన్షన్ చేస్తే దాన్ని బట్టి కూడా ఎవ్రీ సెమీ కాలం తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ వాల్యూలోకి నెక్స్ట్ కాలం లోకి వెళ్ళాలని డివైడ్ చేస్తారు కదా. ఎనీవన్ వర్క్ ఫుల్ ఫ్లెజ్డ్ విత్ డేటా ఫ్రేమ్ ఆప్షన్ ఇన్ pandas? You
No.
work like you will understand. Okay. To call your mother, muting yourself, dear.
ఏంది నువ్వు
She muted. Fine. Understanding, right? Now I have to make it structured. Tell me how. What all are missing here? All the data in one is that I have to change. Next. Column names se lev kada data lo. How do I get column names? Where it is? Now when when I downloaded dot data, I also downloaded dot names. There I have attribute information now. I have to get it from there, insert it here, make it structured, go into Python, apply algorithm. This is how real time works. Understood? That is why don't go with Kaggle directly. Try on this sometime. Okay. Now I'll open names dot names. Here are the names given directly. It is explaining data. Where are my attribute names? Can anyone see attribute names? Right. Now how do I have to insert it? So make this half screen, Excel half screen, see it, type it. If it is 100, you will type. 1000, you will type. If it is 10,000, you will still type. I'll hire you for data entry person if you'll type for me so much. Understood now? So what we will do is we'll go to Notepad++. Notepad++. You have heard it? I don't want all this information. I'll take until here. Control C. There is Notepad++ here. Here it is. Fine. See, all the time I do it here, so I have it already. This information has come. How do I make it structured here? This unwanted, I'll delete first. I'll just put some space for all of them. Mostly these things are done by data engineers using some queries. You don't have to worry so much, okay? Because they make data structured and give it to us. It's their headache to do all this. But when you're learning to work on data set, they just tell you to take a data set from UCA and work on it. Then you have to do all this, right? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Just know the options. You need not work all the time. See, I'm selecting this. For this, what I'll do is Control Alt Control Shift. I'll select this part. Which part is selected? Alt Control Shift. Only that part is selected. Control C. I'm copying it. Going back to my Excel, I'll open another sheet. Control V. Did I get the columns? Clear? Now I want this column to be pasted there. What should I do? Should I just do Control C, Control V? If I do Control C, Control V, how will that come? In one cell కాదు ఒక row లో వచ్చే ఒక column లోకి వస్తాయి అన్ని. But each one is a column name, right? How do I have to do? I have to transpose them. What is the function to transpose in Excel? Now you're understanding how much you're lagging in Excel? After BSc, people think we know Excel so much. Abba, we can do anything in Excel. Tada? But never saw all these options. When you're pasting your values, you get a dialog box asking to transpose, paste it as some special things. That box will open now. I'll do it in shortcut. Okay. Control C. Okay. Here, Alt ESBE. 1 second. I'll write it again. Control Shift down arrow. Control C. Alt ESBE. Which is the option automatically got selected? You ever seen this box actually? Tell me that. Paste specialist chusara. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Because everything is structured. Right? See how much you're lagging in Excel. Concentrate on that as well. Analytics Excel is important, guys. So automatically, if I do Alt ESVE, I use now. If I use Alt ESV, it will get selected until here. Paste as values. After V, I have used E. So it went here auto selection. Now I'll just click OK. How are the columns? It is the way I wanted. Now here, what is the flow missing? Everything is in one data. I have to change that. Select the column. Next. Data. Text to columns. Text to columns. Delimited. Some special character is in between, right? So we call it delimited file. So CSV. Comma separated value. It is also delimited file. So I select delimited. Click on next. So what is it delimited? I'm not sure. It's comma delimited. So I selected comma. Okay. Comma separated, right? Then click on next. So it is arranged here. This is how my data will be next. I want it the same. Finish. Everything is in one now. This is how I want it. Now what is missing? Where are my column names ready? In the other sheet. They're ready. Control Shift right arrow. Control C. I'll come here. Paste it. Data is ready. Yes or no? Yes. So you get rice and everything from your shop. Without cooking, will you eat? If it's Lay's and Kurkure, you will eat. You cannot eat rice directly, right? You have to cook something. This is how we will cook. So that we'll give machine learning to eat it. But what it have to do, it have to chew and swallow. అది కూడా చేయకుండా పెట్టలేం కదా అర్థమైందా got it right. This is how you have to make your data structured. same data which I downloaded, if I give it to machine learning, and if I give this to machine learning, which is correct? These all options you have to know. That is why you have to learn Excel. Now you understood importance of Excel in your data science? Importance of Excel in data science? Importance of SQL in your data science? Importance of databases in data science? Importance of clouds in data science? Inka? Important of understanding what type of data, what storage of data in data science? When something in your brain? Clear about it? Next, what do you want? Next, what are we left with? Data is ready. What do you have to do now? Data is everywhere ready. I told you everything. How data has to be everything. I told some algorithm. I'll come back to it. I'll come back. Now here all categorical data I have. If I have to do it, I have to do pre-processing so much on it. I'll take empty cars data. You all know, right? I'll take empty cars data and run the algorithm. I'll come back to algorithms. It is still there. Okay. Now you understood about everything about data. Until here, any doubts? Now I'm going to analytics next. So you know this is your data. What is the data talking about? That is your data analytics, right? Now you wrote everything about data source in the diagram, right? Now our structured data is ready. Where will that structured data go next? Okay, so I'll come back to your understanding. You have food with you. I mean, you have rice, you have all vegetables in front of you. Will you eat it? Carrot you will eat, tomato you will eat, chilies and all also you will eat. You have to do some process. Before doing, you should know what is the process. So what is the process? How will you know? When to use what? Until unless you know it is a chili, it will give, it is a spice in taste. This is salt. It has its taste. If you mix these both in this much, you will get this much. This taste you get, what do you want? You will know, right? That in your data prospect, you think of it. You should know what is inside the data, what is it. You should understand that, right? So what is that we call? Data analysis. In data analysis, you can do summarization, visualization, both. Now, someone tell me what is the difference between both. Now, some more tools will come into picture. Why different tools? Tell me. Difference between summarization and visualization. I'll show you. I'll execute and show you. Definitely. Yesterday you asked me, right? Everything execution. I'm doing it that way only, no? Interested, right? Tell me what is data analytics. In that, what is summarization, visualization? Difference. Just okay. Visualization is not giving you any gist. Graphical representation. Here it is content. Content and graphs. Which will you get attracted to? Obviously graphs. So ultimate solution where how do you give your results is in the graphs. That is why. So when I tell you this market is a stock market, if you see the numbers, you will not understand anything. Stock market only graphs you will understand. Stock market మనకి ఏం కావాలి? Stocks invest చేసాం, పెరిగిందా తగ్గిందా చాలు. If that is going up, you will invest more. Once you see it dropped 1 point, you will take all your stocks from it. You will not even wait until it goes up again. Yes or no? So you give preference to what? Visuals, right? Summary, ఇప్పుడు global superstore data ఉంది. When I tell you how many total sales in it అంటే ఏం చేస్తున్నారు? Pivot table కి వెళ్ళాను. Pivot table లో what I got? Numbers only, no? That is summarization. Same thing if I do it in graph in Tableau, where you will get easy inference. In pivot table also, you have to again filter for US, see what is the number. That is summarization. In visualization, పీక్ పైన ఏది ఉందో అదే మనకు కావాలి. ఎప్పుడు పెద్దదే కావాలి, చిన్నగా ఉన్నది పట్టించుకోం మనం, అంతే కదా. సో విచ్ ఇస్ బెటర్, సమ్మరైజేషన్, విజువలైజేషన్? బట్ హౌ డు యూ నో విచ్ గ్రాఫ్ టు డ్రా when you know summary of your data? Until unless you know what is data talking, you don't know which graph to use. For example, box plot. You know what is box plot? Why? We don't know. We don't know why. Correct kada? Have you understood why did I ask you a question about pie chart and bar graph yesterday? Remember the question? Why did I ask? Is that important or no? To understand what visualization is important or no? Important, right? That is why that question came to you yesterday. I told you I'm giving a gist of what I'm talking tomorrow. If you remember, all of them I covered, but just gave points, right? Now I'll go back to my paragraph, sorry, diagram. See now, I'll just come back here. Now, can you see this? This structured data, one side it is getting structured, the other side analytics is performed on it, right? Correct? Now, until here you're clear, until getting structured, very clear, right? This left side part, I'm zooming it to the right side now. Clear now? Data analytics very easy, understanding your data. Now, how am I able to tell US, don't use your soft skills, use your hard skills. Okay, so how am I able to tell US is in market column, United States is in country column? Even you guys confused, I didn't get confused. I'm very clear what is my data, right? How did I know it? How much concentration and analytics I have performed on it so that I'll remember everything in it? Correct or no? That way, if you work on data, why people give lot of importance to data analyst is he is the only person who will understand the data and put his concentration to understand it. Clear? How will he understand? Sometimes he will use summarization techniques, sometimes visualization techniques, but ultimately for us to understand easily, he do the visuals, right? Now you tell me the tools for data analytics. Now I told you what is data analytics. Where all you can do data analytics? Tableau. Next, R. Inka. If you're doing it in R, Python also you can do. Python. What is the libraries for visualization in Python? Matplotlib ఇంకొకటి. Seaborn. ఇంకా have you ever tried pyplots? Matplotlib డ్రా చేసినప్పుడు pyplot అని వాడకపోతే అది ఇవ్వదు సరిగ్గా గ్రాఫ్స్ కొన్ని. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt రాసారా? Matplotlib లో .py.plt వాడితే pyplot వాడితే I'm getting confused. pyplot వాడితే అడ్వాన్స్ గ్రాఫ్స్ అవునా కదా? Have you ever seen bokeh library? Google it in your system. BOKEY. Bokeh library. Same way how you are getting it in your Tableau, same way visuals are there. KEY. In Python. Bokeh library in Python. Or else you need not even mention library, bokeh in Python. What is that? What is Wikipedia telling? Or Geek to Geeks? Your favorite Geek to Geeks will tell you definition of it. That is on top. Geek to Geeks only will give you the definition. It is a data visualization tool, something library or something. Correct? It is giving. Now this is also one library for visualization in Python. It is BOKEY in Python. BOKEY in Python. KEH. Okay, KEH. I'm very weak at spellings. I think all of you are waiting. When will I tell some mistake, we will point out her. In spellings, I already told you in the starting of the session. Please bear with my spellings. Do you remember? Fine. This is also data visualization library. The graphs in bokeh library is possible when you know advanced Python. Advaina, Python lo everything. If you understand, you can draw plots in bokeh. Why do I know bokeh libraries? Our people use bokeh library and Tableau. They combine both of them and draw a graph. That is why I know it. Clear? We don't use Matplotlib and Seaborn. That won't support our data. Our data is in server. Tableau I can connect to server. Tableau combination with bokeh will give very good visuals. Very good, trust me. Our app is completely depending on Tableau and this. So think of how well our data scientists are in Python coding. They're combining 2 or 3 tools together and working. Tools together. They're not working 2 or 3 libraries together. Tools together. That advanced level when you people will go. Think of. To go, how you have to work. Clear? Understood? This is how you have to work hard again and again. I'm telling you why I'm telling, try to understand. I am again telling you can enjoy in your college. Enjoy. That also you put. You have 24 hours. Out of his 10 hours, you can leave. Put the sleeper. Any people are there who will sleep for 11 hours like me? No, right? Okay, then you are lucky then. You'll have more time in a day then. You'll sleep 11 hours. Very good. Fine. 24 hours, may at least 1 hour you can spend. Today, 3 hours. Within 3 hours, you learnt a lot. Yes or no? Like that, put one YouTube video per day. One video. But your brain have to be there. It's not putting a video, you watching Power Rangers. This generation will not watch. Tom and Jerry, anyone will watch? I watch. I accept, I watch. Putting Tom and Jerry there, system here, don't do that. Okay, I do it. I accept, I do it. Because I know what to do again anyways. I have it already, I'm not learning. My learning, I'm putting it there. So one side my gems packet will be there, one side my lappy will be there, one side TV will be there. But this will finish, that will finish, this will also finish. Gems also will finish. Right? That happiness you will get when you work hard now. Gems packet you put should have to be there. But whenever you're working in front of system, you get dehydrated a lot. Lot of dehydration. And I don't have habit of drinking water. I don't think you guys have seen me drinking water, right? I'll not drink because I hate water. I don't drink water. I drink only juices. That also helps. Huh? Not only Sharjah, everything. Everything. See that your health is well, your brain is working first. If your brain is dehydrated, it will not support you. I don't know how my brain is bearing me. Clear? How did I know that bouquet is library? Even then, until now, even not even one graph I have drawn in that library. But I know what visuals will be there in it. How to draw it. Even now, I can write a code for you. Because I'm very confident in my Python basics. Now in my office, I don't write even one line of code. I don't have that. I make people write a code. But ultimately, I will have to tell what mistake they wrote in the code. But I should learn Python well than them. Only then I can tell they wrote wrong. Correct or no? See, being in a position writing a code easy than correcting the code. Seriously. Correcting the code in the sense that my brain have to work more advanced than the person who is writing the code. So that I can tell what mistake is there in the code, right? So that way you have to improve. Decide your position, what you want to go. By the second semester, decide. You're good at data analytics, go as a data analyst. You're good at algorithms, go as a data scientist. If you're good at Excel, analytics, Excel itself has n number of jobs. If you open Naukri and type MS Excel jobs, you will get for 1,000 plus for sure, pakka. It might be 14,000 also. Pakka you will have jobs. Only in Excel. Why I am telling Excel again and again and again and again and try to understand. Even in my office laptop, I work on Excel every day. I also work on database every day. I also work on Python every day. Everything is important for a data scientist. Because in Naukri, you have seen what are the skills we want for a data scientist. All the things you should have knowledge on everything. Only then you will go inside. Okay. Coming back to ours. Data analytics again. Tell me what is data analytics? I answered you already. What is data analytics? What do we do? Okay, simple way. One word answer. Cannot find any word there. Insights out of data. Your Wikipedia data science definition. Inference out of data. It is an interdisciplinary field following process, statistics, everything. Ultimately getting inference out of data. Right? Yes or no? Data science will give business solution by using these insights which is done by data analysts. Right? So data analytics is getting insights, right? Now we will try data analysis on different tools. We'll take one problem statement, execute in maximum tools possible. Fine? Now which tool will start? Excel? What we will see in Excel? Select one statement. So which data? Global Superstore? Because you guys know it well. So select one statement. Market wise sales. Each market, what is the sum of sales? Okay? In all the years together. Fine? Do you accept with my statement? Agree with my statement? Fine, shall we start? Now market wise sales, how do you have to go again? How do I get? Now I'm telling you, market wise sales I want. Okay, each market, what is the sales? That simple number I want. How do you do it in Excel? You guys know Excel, right? Tell me if it is a lengthy process also fine. Opic undi, I can do. Simple pivot table you can apply kada. Indak chesan kada mee munde. I'll just drag market sales. Simple kada. That is why I took small statement. If I take bigger statement, you guys won't answer. I understood that. So what is my statement market wise? Sales have to put it in values. Vachesindi kada answer. Vachinda raleda? A market lo enta sales undi. Vachinda? Same thing if you want to do it in Tableau. Do you want me to execute in Tableau? If I'm doing anything wrong in Tableau, you guys have to tell me. Market rows or columns? Fast. Columns. Sure? Ante rows. Market sales. Automatic graph. Which graph do you prefer? Which graph do you prefer? Which graph do you prefer? Guys, you don't have to use a lot of intelligence. Tableau is telling me which graph is good. Tableau is clearly telling you which graph will suit. If you're using Python or something, you have to think of it. Tableau is very good. You're paying it, right? It's very good to you. It is telling you what all graphs are disabled will not work on this data for this type of information what you want. Right, I'll drag some other column. See, the selection of graphs on the right side will change. Let me select graphs changed. Can you see that? I'll put it here in rows. Understanding? When to use which graph, mere intelligence vaadakkala Tableau vaadte paap mad cheppesthundi meeku chinna pillalaga. But if you use Excel, that won't tell you. You have to select. If you use Python, that won't tell you. R will not tell you. Anything will not tell you other than Tableau and Power BI. These advanced tools, that is why we pay them to give that intelligence for us. Now I don't have to sit longer time. Abba ఇప్పుడు ఏ గ్రాఫ్ గీయాలి, ఇదేదో డేటా ఇచ్చాడు రా బాబు, ఇప్పుడు పని చేయాలి అన్నీ అక్కర్లేదు కదా. డేటా లాగేస్తాను, అదే తీసుకుంటుంది, అదే గ్రాఫ్ ఇచ్చేస్తుంది. కాకపోతే అది కొంచెం వాడిని అట్రాక్ట్ చేయడానికి నా జీతం పెంచుతాడని మంచిది వాడతాను అంతే. అవునా కదా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? కరెక్ట్, రైట్? టెల్ మీ అదర్ టూల్. నెక్స్ట్, Seaborn and Matplotlib you try. You have the code in Google anyways. Seaborn documentation ఉంది కదా మొత్తం కదా. You try it now. I'm not interested in coding. Fine. In R you get the same thing. So if you write in your resume for a job, What are the data? You are good at data summarization and visualization. Instead, you write data analytics. In what all tools you can do? Write it in your resume. When you include all these tools, definitely people will take you as a data analyst. When you know all these tools, because some companies will use Tableau, some companies will use Power BI, some companies will use only Excel. When you wrote all of them, definitely people will take you. They think you're multitasking in data analysis. Any tool you can work. Grabbing a job is easy. This is how you have to think, right? Now tell me data visualization in how many tools you can do. Same thing what I told now. Tableau, Python, R, Power BI. ఇంకేమున్నాయి టూల్స్? 4 వచ్చాయి. Excel, data summarization, how many tools you can do? Excel, R, Python, Tableau, Power BI, SQL you can do summarization. Data summarization, SQL also will be added, right? When you write a query, you get summary. Same thing, how do I get same report market by sales? How do I write a query in SQL? Select sum of sales, comma, what is the other column I want? Market from, okay, database name dot table name semicolon run. Ante kada? So I can do summarization in SQL as well. It is also structured data there. I can do it. Now this is added for data summarization. Other tool for summarization. Visualization, summarization tools are same, but few advanced, more tools are there for summarization. Writing queries. Inka, any other tools? Am I boring, guys? Anything else? Any other tools? Any tool we can work where SQL is helping us. Where like this tools, many we have like this tool. You're seeing only these two. We have MIME, I think. Some other tool like Power BI. I'm not sure about its name. Yeah, we have many tools like that. Just type data summarization tools in Google. Data summarization, sorry, visualization tools. Data visualization tools. Any one of you type summarization. You type summarization tools. You type data analytics tools. Not 7, more items are there. 10 best data visualization tools in 2020. We are in 2021. What are those you have for data visualization? What you have? Zoho Analytics, IBM, Microsoft Power BI. Tableau is in the top if you see. Now you understood why is it in your curriculum? Got it? When Tableau paper was there, abba graph giste vachesadi అయిపోయింది. అంతే కదా? Guys, am I correct? When you had Tableau paper, have you all thought, అబ్బా ఇదేదో సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది ఫినిష్ చేస్తే అయిపోతుందేమో చేసేద్దాంలే అంతే అవునా? అప్పుడు దాని విలువ తెలీదు అవునా కదా? ఏదో ఫినిష్ చేయాలి, సబ్జెక్ట్ అయిపోతే మార్కులు వస్తాయి, డేటా సైన్స్ అయిపోయాక జాబ్ వస్తుంది. కానీ అది ఎందుకు, ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఏంటి ఏమీ తెలియదు. ఇప్పుడు కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేస్తారా మళ్ళీ టాబ్లెట్ పేపర్ ఇస్తే? Should I conduct one exam? All this whatever I gave, I'll send one question paper. We'll give you only 30 minutes time. 30 minutes after your college. After your college. When you're in college in 3 or 4? Not today. 3 or 4? 4. By Wednesday, I'll send you the paper. After 4, you have to write it. All MCQs. MCQs pette వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. You can understand how my options will be. Definitely my options will be clear. Today's complete whatever I talk based on that. If you are interested, I'll give you. My theory aithe raayara. Only MC. One word theory? Only one word. You won't write. Then code also I have to give. Whatever I'm thinking to give in one word, I can make it MCQ also. Clear? You'll write that then. I'll send papers to ma'am then. On Thursday or Friday, any one day. During the lab session, last 30 minutes you can use for it. Don't copy. Test yourself. No one will correct your paper also. Okay, put your paper for yourself only. Okay, later after writing for 30 minutes, you only evaluate your paper. Put that paper same. Later, don't write anything. Go to home, Google and check what answer is correct. You'll get all those questions in Google again. Every question ditto you will get. I'm telling you. Ditto. Same question, same answer you will get. Same options also. I'm giving you 4 days time to refer Google. I don't know from where I'll get. But you will get in Google. Clear? 4 days for preparing and revising my class. Just 3 hours class. Fine, we'll do it. Okay then. So again,
Yes,
tools
ma'am.
for data summarization. She is also ready. The one on the online. Yes, ma'am. Data summarization. Summarize board. Inka. Why both are different? You understood? SQL ki Tableau ki difference ఏంటి? SQL లో విజువలైజేషన్ చేయగలమా? చేయలేం కదా. అలా కొన్ని డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా. సింపుల్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ వల్ల టూల్స్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ వస్తాయి అంతే. కాకపోతే ఒక్కొక్క కంపెనీ కూడా ఒక టూల్ ఇచ్చేస్తాడు. ఈజీ కదా టూల్స్ బిల్డ్ చేయడం. యుఏ వాడు ఉన్నాడు పిచ్చోడు పాపం. ఏమనంటే బిల్డ్ చేయరా అంటే పిచ్చోడు డిజైన్ చేసుకుని కూర్చుంటాడు. అవునా? ఈజీ కదా. ఎస్ నో గైస్. ఎస్ అంటే అది నిజంగా పిచ్చోదా. Fine. Now you see data analytics tools. She already did. I made them do one. What are you getting? Data analytics tools? So half of the tools you already know. Python, R, SAS, you guys, it will take lot of time to understand SAS. Okay, that's fine. Excel, Power BI, Tableau. Now any one of you type the best tool for data analytics. Top one. Best tool for data analytics.
Tableau.
Tableau. She got the answer in online. She's ready. She got the answer. She told me in my ears. You can't hear. It's Tableau, right? She got Tableau. What you guys? Why are you translating things? Translate English to Telugu. Tool for data analytics. Why? What did you get? She got Power BI. She got Power BI. Next. Tableau advanced version is Power BI. To answer this, I was asking you. You'll get Power BI only. Previously, I don't know why did you get Tableau. Even I was shocked by Tableau. Advanced C. Matplotlib plots, you know. Seaborn plots, you know. Seaborn is little advanced than Tableau, right? Same way. Sorry, Seaborn is little advanced like Matplotlib, right? Same way. Other than Tableau, what it can't do, Power BI can do more things. But concept of working is same. Okay? Clear? Understood? Why which tool? Understood? Yes. So data analytics part is clear. Now tell me difference between a summarization and visualization. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పారా అబ్బాయి ఇప్పుడు ఇంటర్ బాబు వదలలేదు అని అనుకున్నారా అందరూ మీలో మీరు నథింగ్ బట్ సి రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ I wrote ROI, rate of interest, increase in percentage, decrease in percentage. That I can observe through numbers only, right? Graph lo observe చేయగలను అవి. How much percentage increase, number change చూడగలను కదా అది summarization లో అయితే. అవునా కదా? Graph లో you see the graph. But how is a very thing? Time series you have. How time series graphs are every second thing. Every second what happens, time series will note forecasting, right? But when it comes to machine learning, will it forecast every second or every observation? Seeing every observation is data visualization. Every second forecast is summarization. Understand the difference now? Everything change you can see in summarization, but same data. When you see the previous day and this day changes in a graph, you can see in a graph. But the number, you have to put labels in a graph. But still, when you want to compare with something else, stack plot you can use. But what to compare? This way, summarization makes things easier. When I did a graph in pivot table, each country, each market, what is the sales? It was easy. Same thing if you put in graph for that bigger data. For bigger data, when you have to scroll down, scroll up. If it is in graph, it makes you difficult to work. In that situations, we go with summarizations. Clear? When you draw a graph for saying global superstore, draw a graph for markets, country wise market sales. Okay. Now, how many countries you have? How many countries you have in global superstore? India was not mentioned. So many countries. Let's think 100 plus countries. 100 plus countries. If you draw a graph, can you see all 100 in one visual? ఒక్కొక్క గ్రాఫ్ కి ఇంత ప్లేస్ ఎంత స్క్రోల్ చేసుకుంటూ పక్కకి వెళ్ళాలి మొత్తం చూడడానికి. ఇన్స్టెడ్ సమ్మరైజేషన్ రిపోర్ట్ లో ఎక్కువ కంటెంట్ కనిపిస్తుంది. Now you understand when we prefer summarization, when we prefer visualization. Clear? Fine. Now insights are ready. My structured data is ready. What do we do? What is your course? What's your course? Next solution is that డేటా ఉంది, డేటాలో ఏముందో తెలిసింది, ఇప్పుడు దాంతో మనం ఏం చేయాలి? అంతే కదా, సింపుల్. నెక్స్ట్ వాట్? ఏం చేయాలి దాంతో? ఎవడో ఒకడు బాధపడుతున్నాడు, వాడి దగ్గర డేటా ఉంది, అది తెచ్చుకున్నాం, దాంట్లో ఏముందో చదివాము, ఇప్పుడు దానివల్ల వాడికి ఏదో ఒక ఉపయోగపడేది చెప్పాలి మనం. బిజినెస్ ఇన్సైట్. ఫర్ దట్ వి గో టు డేటా సైన్స్, రైట్? Now you will get the answer for all 3 questions which I asked yesterday. Got the answer? Am I on the same path? Did I deviate? Same path, right? Yes or no? Understanding difference between deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence, natural language. Why didn't I mention data science? All of them together uses the same subject called data science, which has stats in it, algorithms in it. Together is known as data science, right? When you Google a definition called machine learning, you get something. When you Google deep learning, you get something. But when you Google data science, you will have machine learning, deep learning, everything in it. Correct? Now you understand why you have different papers in your, but you don't have data science paper. Course is data science, but you don't have data science paper. You have machine learning, deep learning, NLP, these papers. Correct? Understood now? Now shall I go deep into this now? Or you want 5 minutes break? 5 minutes break. Huh? Why data science లేదా? పేపర్ ఎందుకు? ఇంకా నీకు ఆన్సర్ రాలేదా? She was there. She's there. She was the one hesitating to answer because I'll ask next question. Chappu, చెప్పండి answer. Your friend is still didn't get clarity. Tell her no. Why is డేటా తీసుకొని క్లీన్ చేయాలి అవన్నీ కాదు, అవన్నీ వద్దు, సింపుల్ గా చెప్పేసి. Now I'll tell you what are the steps we do to build one machine learning algorithm. Next I'll tell that also, okay? I wrote it for my students actually. In Excel I wrote it. I didn't draw a graph. I didn't have time. I wrote it in Excel, steps what to do from first to last to build one algorithm. Only machine learning. In deep learning I didn't write. Okay. For data science ante enti? Data science ante which includes stats,
Machine learning, deep learning.
విచ్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు డేటా సైన్స్ అని ఏంటి అంటే ఆబ్వియస్గా మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ ఏంటి, డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ అంటే అవే చెప్తావు నువ్వు. అవునా కదా? అవేంటి అని చెప్తున్నావంటే దిస్ ఇస్ సబ్జెక్ట్ విచ్ ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ఫర్ దిస్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇంగ్లీష్ ఏంటి అంటే ఏమని చెప్తావు నువ్వు? ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ A to Z ఉంటాయి, A ఫర్ యాపిల్, B ఫర్ బాల్. సోషల్లో ఏముంటుంది? సేమ్ ఏబిసిడి డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. ఏబిసిడి A to Z. అవునా కదా? డేటా సైన్స్ అనేదానికి ఏంటంటే ఇవన్నీ కంబైన్ చేసి వాడే సబ్జెక్ట్ని డేటా సైన్స్. ఓవరాల్గా ప్రతిసారి ఇప్పుడు మీ కోర్స్లో ఎంఎస్సి మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్, డీప్ లెర్నింగ్, NLP ఏ అంటే జాయిన్ అవుతారా ఎవరన్నా? అదే డేటా సైన్స్ అని పెట్టి ఇవన్నీ కవర్ చేస్తే అర్థమైందా? It's up to you. If you write, you get knowledge. I will not get. I'm just in a process to do the advanced diagram for this. In process of advanced diagram for this. This is the basic still. ఇంకా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తే ఇప్పుడు పారిపోతారు నాగా. న్యూరల్ నెట్వర్క్ algorithms, basic algorithms in deep learning. Artificial neural network, recurrent neural network, convolutional neural network. If any one of you find any mistake in this diagram, just let me know. I'll correct it. No, mistakes might be there. Here I'm accepting. Mistakes might be there. For sure. Maybe my typing error or something will be there. Now people search for it. When I tell like that, you think there is no something. That is why she told. I told it will be there. Everyone started looking at it. She's not feeling well. Oh, no. Sleeping. Fine, shall I start? Start? Fine. Now coming to algorithms. When I tell you machine learning, whenever you build a regression model, classification model, clustering model, you can do the same thing in deep learning also. If you see here, in deep learning, I mentioned huge data. Can you see huge data? When I told you limitation in your database, your machine learning also has limitation. Your machine learning will have a limit which is overcome by deep learning. In your algorithms also, regression model can handle few things. Logistic regression will handle few things. What is the best algorithm out of all of this? You tell me. King of algorithms. We called one algorithm as king of algorithms. What is it? I think man will teach you next. Started with decision trees, right? Have you heard about random forest? That is called king of algorithms. Why? You need not do outlier treatment. It will handle outliers. Some noise in data, it will handle. Any huge data, it will handle. Any regression classification problem, it will handle. It will just draw a tree to itself. Nothing but your decision tree. One tree on a simple data is decision tree. This number of trees combined together, more number of decision trees together, we call it forest. Now here is our college forest or we have some trees? Nallamalla Aduvilla? Understood the difference? Same way, based on your data, you decide to use decision trees or random forest. When your data is huge, your random forest will give you better understanding by drawing n number of trees. So that is why it is called, see, even the outlier is there. For example, I don't have board color. Okay, fine. For example, I have a data where every minute column is considered. For example, I have a keyboard. Keyboard lopala, each alphabet key I have some sensor or something, right? So if you click that, even though you remove that A on it and click the inside one, you get A only, right? Keyboards are built like that. To build that keyboard, there are many number of features inside. Each feature we can make it as Excel. In an Excel sheet, we can make it as a feature, right? When all these are clicked like this, A will come. When all these are clicked like this, B alphabet will come. Connection ఇలా ఉంటే ఇలా వస్తుంది. Each connection we can mention as one feature. Yes or no? We can make it one feature kada. So when we are making it, all the features will be very huge. For example, I told my company data. That's 1 lakh plus, right? When that data comes into picture, if we use random forest to build complete, every point is taken as one tree. అవునా కదా? Have you all seen decision tree? చూసారా డెసిషన్ ట్రీని ఎలా డ్రా చేసుకుంటుందో? You know leaf node, decision node, everything starts with root node. In between everything are called decision nodes. Last node leaf node తర్వాత ఇంకేమైనా గీయొచ్చా? సబ్ లీఫ్లు ఏం లేవు కదా, లీఫ్ నోడ్ లాస్ట్ అంతే. రూట్ నోడ్ అంతే. ట్రీ grows from root, ends with branches or leaf. What are those branches? Decision. Simple. ట్రీ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి అంతే, సింపుల్ గా. ఇప్పుడు ట్రీలో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ బ్రాంచెస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ I have a hybrid tree. Okay, you're not life science students kada. Okay, fine. So your example, for suppose I'll take a boy. He has to go to play or no in a year. When do his mother send him to play outside? Not only after study thing. In that time, at that 4 o'clock, in a year, every time at 4 p.m. 2 p.m. is school ends. Okay, that also I'm giving you. 4 p.m. he have to go to play. When does she allow him? When does she not allow him?
When it is rainy, she wants.
When it is rainy, small droplets she can allow. So centimeter of rain, we calculate rain in centimeter. So below this centimeter she can allow to play. Above this centimeter in rainy season she should not allow. Again in summer, greater than some degree Celsius she should not allow. Less than this degree Celsius she can allow. Winter, this temperature she will not allow. That temperature. See how many decisions are there. This way I gave a simple example. Like that, in real time, how many decision trees will be formed? Everything. For suppose I have minus 32 degrees Celsius. He should go to play or no? Minus 33. He will not go, right? Like that, not only minus 33, when I'm training my data, it should be huge. I will mention minus 32, minus 32.1, minus 30.1. Everything if I mention, how huge that is. So this decision tree, my alarm, it's 3:45. 3:35. My wake up time. Now you understood? Every point I have to make a note. So what will my decision tree do is, it will segregate less than, greater than, less than 30, greater than 30. Again, if I give less than 30, it will also include minus 30, which is going in winter. This way it has to handle features. Suppose in our data, if I draw a box plot on your iris data, in sepal length, you will get outliers. Other columns, you will not get outliers. I'm very clearly telling one column will have outliers. I don't know if it's sepal length or width. One column will have outliers. It is 5.0 is outlier. This side it is 2.2 is outlier. In your compulsory one column may in this iris data, you try it after going, okay? Else I have that, I think I can show it to you. I did outlier treatment for my student. So this way, when a random forest is handling data, it have to see this minute changes also, right? When it has to see all minute changes, how well it have to be trained, how longer data it is trained on, right? So random forest, that is why it handles everything other than missing values. Missing values is an exemption again. Understood? This way an algorithm works actually. Okay, I just told you about overall view algorithm. I'm not going depth into any algorithm. It will take more 3 to 4 hours of time. I don't want to go into it. So coming to machine learning, when you have your data as 0 to 9, A to Z and special characters, you go with machine learning. Because your logistic regression, linear regression, all this works on it. Right? Simple machine learning with small amount of data, you can do anything. That is what you're doing in your sessions now. Okay? Okay, fine. Now, my office is using boosting, AdaBoost algorithm for one of the solution. but using deep learning. Now we understand why I wrote huge data and deep learning. Huge amount of data, same boosting technique, but using neural network. Deep learning is all neural networks. NN, you can see NN here. Neural networks. Images, is it huge data or no? Images ki ఒక్క ఇమేజ్ లో మీరు హై పిక్సెల్ కావాలని ఫోటో షూట్స్ చేసుకుంటారు అవునా? అది ఎందుకు బాగా వస్తుంది? మీ ఫొటోస్ మీరు జియో ఫోన్ ఉందా? జియో ఫోన్ లో ఫోటోకి మీ OnePlus ఫోన్ లో ఫొటోస్ కి తేడా ఉందా? అంటే ఏంటి? మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, పిక్సెల్ పెరిగే కొద్దీ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ పెరుగుతున్నట్టే కదా అది. సో అలాగా అందు లోపలికి వెళ్ళి చూస్తే we will have, suppose I'm telling you 50,000 rows, 10 columns. You're telling it is little huge. There I have 7 lakh into 7 lakh pixels. One picture. How huge is deep learning data? Understand. Clear? That data also deep learning neural networks are able to handle. When it is able to handle that huge data, can't it handle our machine learning 0 to 9, 1 to Z characters data? Can handle, right? So our machine learning will fail at one point of time while training, because that huge data it cannot take. At that point of time, same algorithm, we have it in neural networks also. We go here. For example of libraries in deep learning is OpenCV. Have you ever heard of it? OpenCV? వినలేదా ఎప్పుడు? నువ్వు బిఎస్సి చేసేవాడు, నువ్వు వినుంటావు. OpenCV. If you go into that, if you see deep learning libraries, you will find few where you again have machine learning algorithms with neural network technology. Clear? Understood? Fine. So machine learning will handle 0 to 9 A to Z special characters. Now I'll give you an image, try to build logistic regression on it. You can build, that is CNN. Using neural network, you will study pixels, images based on pixels, and finally tell this is cat, this is dog. Clear? Understood? That is also classification, but using neural networks. Why neural networks? Images, it is huge in size. Understanding? Your machine learning data also can be handled by deep learning, but deep learning data cannot be handled by machine learning. Understood? ఇమేజెస్ ఇచ్చి ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ మీ సిస్టమ్ జూపిటర్ నోట్బుక్ లో SQL అండ్ లైబ్రరీ వాడి ఒక ఇమేజ్ లో ఉంది చెప్పండి నాకు. You cannot do, because it needs neural network to study the image pixels. Clear? Am I clear? Any doubts? Sure, right? Same way, when I go for text, ఇప్పుడు మీ గూగుల్లో everyone type only data in your Google search. Only data. In your Google search, type only data in your Google search. You didn't get any recommend, stop. Don't enter. Don't enter. Just type it there. Don't enter. Recommendations are there?
Yes.
Only data, ma. You entered it and search for the meaning. Type data and leave. Come back. Just data and type. Stop. Giving any recommendations? Previously, whatever you typed, recommendations you are getting. How your chatbot is working? How is your Siri working? Yeah, let's go with your Siri and Google Assistant. You ask it some nonsense answer, it will answer you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any nonsense you ask, it will answer you, right? But answer will be specific if you observe. Right? If you do some sound, will it identify? Not voice sound. Voice recognition is again taken as text for it. That is done. If you do some sound, what sound it is, will it tell you? No. Google Lens, if you show the picture, it will take, but sound, will it tell you? No, right? This is how, whenever we have some text, Siri and Google Assistants are working, right? Text analytics is nothing but NLP. Whenever you work on text data, it is NLP. Now, whenever you type data, some other recommendations are coming, right? How does it know? It is taking it as tokens. For NLP, I'll take 3 hours to teach you ways actually. Fine. Anything on text data, for example, you just type DAT, it will give you recommendation to type data. Even though you write wrong spelling in your Google search, it will give you correct result. How well it is trained in yours. How is your Google Translator working? How does it learn? How it learned? It is nothing but training. Google is training it with different languages. You ask it for French, it will give you. You ask for Spanish, it will give you. Now again, Telugu is divided. Andhra Telugu, Telangana Telugu, it is giving. Right, it is giving nowadays. It is changed, it is being trained. Our government has put some notice to them to change it, actually, after division. That is also done because my friend is working on it. I know it. Got it, right? So wherever you work, any language, if you're writing something, it is a text. It's not only it is a any language. So that is it is called natural language processing. Any language data, if you're working on it, it is NLP. And every language, whenever you're working or talking, are you not giving commas in between? When I'm talking, see, when I'm talking, I gave a gap. That's a space. I'll put a comma there. When I'm talking, it is fine. When I write the same speech, whatever I have given, it has lot of special characters. Every language has special characters. So that is why A to Z and special characters is handled by NLP. Clear? Example is clear? Or you want more explanation on it? Clear, right? Understood the difference between machine learning, deep learning and NLP? Let's go to your huge thing, AI. AI is nothing but, see, unstructured data. Making it structured. A to Z, 0 to 9, language, and with little human intelligence. In the sense, I'll give you an example again. See, all these lights are on, right? Now, suppose I'm coming, sitting here. Which light should be on? Only this light. Which fan should be on? Only one fan, whichever is here. Remaining all should be off or on. That human does. Same way we have to tell our machine to do. For that, we have to develop sensors, right? And we also have to tell what is a human. How do I tell machine to identify a human? Deep learning, I give images of different humans. Ear, nose, how face look, how hair looks. Give some images, train it. It will identify it's a human. Yes or no? Heartbeat pulse comes. That is why your watch is telling you put one step. Every heartbeat, how many, what is the heart rate it is telling you. Sensing it. How is it sensing? With a beat of our, why do we put watches here? You put the same watch here somewhere and ask it. Your reading will be different. Put the same watch here, your reading will be different. Put the same watch in just your hand like this and walk. Your reading will be different. Try it, I tried it. I really tried it. It's different. It works on your pulse sense. Your pulse beat is well known here in the waist, right? So that is why waist watches they call. Correct? So that is why in jogging you see most of the people put here also. They put phone here and check their pulse rate. Here also your pulse will be known. Clearly known. Right? Why your COVID vaccine is given only for muscle? Why? It works only with muscle. I thought you will relate that also, you related. Clear guys, now artificial intelligence, how? Okay. Artificial, I'm telling this is a human. Okay, it will identify which images where I'm using deep learning. Okay, I'll come inside. Hey, off the fan. It's a text language. Even then it should work. Right? NLP there. And previously, historically, footstep or something is come, some data I'll mention. Machine learning also I'm using. All three together, only that sensor will work to on only this light when I'm sitting. That is why we call AI as combination of all this. Until and unless use all three or any two combination, we don't call it AI. Clear? Understood?
Yes.
I am working in AI ops team in my office because I handle NLP, natural language processing, NLP engineers. I handle data engineers. I handle data scientists also. I handle machine learning engineers also. Deep learning is specialist also. AI specialist will be there. Understood now? All together, if they work only, can make a AI solution. Data analyst also will be there. Python programmers also will be there. Understood? All together is a AI solution. Clear? Understood my answer? You got the answer for yesterday's questions? All three questions? Clear kada? Sure kada? Pakka kada? So next, what do we have? Nothing. So machine learning, I already made classes on నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు కదా. Supervised, unsupervised, you know the difference. You know the difference? Basic example, you tell me basic difference. Supervised, unsupervised. Why do we call it supervised? Why do we call it unsupervised?
Supervisor will be having the target table, whereas unsupervised will not.
Yesterday I gave you some task on iris data without label.
Yes.
Where is it? It's in your mail? It's in your office system. Mail it to me. At home, mail it to me. Okay? So you're clear about label without label, right? With label also we can work in clustering. It's not compulsory without label. With label also we can work. With label we can work in the sense we already know how many groups of data, but we don't give it. We take the X variables and use the elbow method, all these methods, and understand how many are there, and then we check it. So in your data, you have train test split. Whenever you are building an algorithm, you have train test split. Why test data? But test data answers are already with you. When you put train data, test data. No, I'll tell you it. Train X, X train, Y train, X test, Y test. Will you use Y test or Y predict? Y test, you have it because you should know the answer. Y predict is your prediction by your machine. You cross compare your prediction, Y predict and Y test to understand how good your algorithm is performing. Correct? Yes or no? The same way for clustering, in the algorithm we don't use. From the data set, we don't take Y test. But understand what target, what, how many are there, put it ready for you, then build the algorithm, just cross check. Clear? In your data you might have, but we will not use. Right? If in data, if it should not be there, why is target variable in iris data still working on clustering with 100%? Simple question, right? Yes or no? We don't take it. Using ilog, we remove that. Fine? Clear? Data set, everything is hypothetical only. Either you answer this way also it's wrong. Both the way correct. Kada? After these 2 sessions, you understood that, right? So whenever you have to answer, you have to be very careful and particular. Okay? Yeah. So next, regression, prediction, classification, clustering, you know it, right? It's in your subjects going on. For that, again, I'll take a lot of time. I'll just show you what you have to do in machine learning algorithm. Okay, steps in machine learning algorithm. I'll just share an Excel sheet. Yeah, here it is. Steps in ML. Is it clear? You want me to zoom it? First of all, whenever you get your data, what do? This is my last thing. Don't worry. Just bear with me for some time. What do you do when you get your data? First, in your Python programming, I'm asking now. Not theory, programming. Mein. What all steps we follow? Okay. So import libraries. Obviously, whatever you know, basic. What are the basic libraries you import whenever you build an algorithm? NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, sklearn. From pre-processing, train test split. Correct? Inka? Based on your algorithm which you're going to use. Suppose if you're using something from that sklearn, you'll call that libraries also, right? So that is basically then file reading. Can you read a PDF file using Like how you read Excel file and CSV files. Can you do it? So what is the command used to read CSV file?
PD underscore
PD underscore CSV. For Excel?
PD underscore Excel.
Excel. XML file?
Excel.
Excel for XML file. XML file. Not HTML. XML. How do you read .txt file? PD.read underscore txt.
Text, not TXT.
Text. Before Pandas library. Open Pandas library. Have you ever seen file reading part in Pandas library completely? Have you ever seen what all files you can read? You can read a pickle file, you know. Pickle file. You know what is pickle file? Very good. So what all files did you read? CSV, Excel. And there. Very good. PDF you didn't read. .txt you didn't read. XML you didn't read. JSON file you didn't read. Very nice, guys. See, that is what I'm telling. Whenever you're studying something, where is the main source you're getting? Pandas library is given by Pandas person itself. Open pandas.dataframe. Don't type any function which you want. Pandas.dataframe. That's all. Just pandas.dataframe. I'm telling you how you guys have to explore things. What all you have to learn and you forgot to learn. Okay. Pandas.dataframe. Abba, ఈవిడే గూగుల్ చేస్తుందిలే ఇంకా అని కూర్చున్నారా? Have you ever gone through this documentation? Gone through this documentation? Anyone? No? If you open it, see what all options you have here in data frame, what all functions are available. Same way you can see file input output here. Guys, see the screen, see the screen, see the screen. You can see whenever I type data pandas.data frame, I have all the options which I can work on data frame. Okay. Here, did you see input and output? If I click on it, I have, see, pickling files, how do I read it? Flat files, how do I read it? Right? .csv you're using, read.csv, read.table. Someone told me read.excel, read underscore excel, you can use read.table for it. Okay, clipboard file you can read. Clipboard advanced file, to clipboard in the sense, your data, whatever you got answer, if you want to convert it to clipboard, you can convert it, okay? Read.excel, converting your whatever answer you have to Excel, styling it in Excel. See JSON file, how to read it, HTML file, XML file, LaTeX files, it's okay, you leave. See PDFs, somewhere you'll have PDF. Is PDF or HDF, right? Yeah, HDF file, right? Feather file, these files you will not see, it's okay. Yeah, SQL query also you can read it. Your queries, whatever you wrote, you can read it to Python. Did you all try all these? No, you don't even know this page exists. You don't even know that this page exists, right? This is how you have to explore. Whenever you get some doubt in Python, go to the documentation this way. Here. Seaborn documentation you have seen? Seaborn ko documentation chudleda? You guys see it? It is very nice. Whenever I feel bored, I go to it. Yeah, here this one. Now instead of this, here you have Seaborn introduction. Now you just write cat plot. You all know cat plot in Seaborn? Don't know, sorry, which plot you know? Box plot? Fine. Box plot చుట్టూ తిరుగుతున్నాను నేను. Box plot Seaborn. I'm getting documentation, right? If I click on it, how many ways a box plot can be drawn? Can you see the different ways how a box plot is drawn? You didn't refer this website anytime? Check for it, go for the documentations. This is how you have to learn. You know what? I have seen every page of Seaborn documentation, every page and every graph. This is my Python ideal, which I use personally. Here I have Python libraries, Seaborn, introduction to Seaborn. What are plots are available in Seaborn? I have a list of it. What is Seaborn library? What is the use of it? Different plots in Seaborn, when to use which plot, description of each plot, right? Understanding how do you have to refer your notes is, how do you have to prepare your own notes is. After this, I have the second chapter. From here starts the plots. So open heat map. Same documentation, whatever you have there, I tried it here. What are the different ways you can draw a heat map with my data? You understand? If I want use the same thing on some other data, I need not Google it. I'll just go here, copy, paste. Right? Correct or no? But I'm thinking of future to copy paste, before which I have to understand what it is. For that, I should at least execute once. Yes or no? Like that, you go to each library, see what it is, what each graph is, everything will be given by Google. Just ask it, ask for it, it will give you. Okay? Fine. అబ్బా ఇంపోర్ట్ లైబ్రరీకి ఇప్పుడు ఇంత చెప్పింది ఎప్పుడు వదులుతురా బాబు అనుకుంటున్నారా? అవునా? Fine. Next, population and sample. For example, you have the same repetition of data. Second point is clear. Reading files, where you're lagging, what you have to cover, right? Clear, understood, right? Next, population and sample. You have population and sample maths. You have one topic. Stats or maths something. You have the topic. ఎందుకుంది తెలీదు, ఉంది చదవాలి, మార్కులు వస్తే పాస్ అవుతాం. ఎందుకుంది తెలీదు. అట్లీస్ట్ ట్రైడ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. Didn't try. టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ డెఫినేషన్స్ వద్దు, టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ డెఫినేషన్స్ అస్సలు వద్దు. బాగా చదివేసినట్టు నువ్వు బుక్స్ అన్ని, కానీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ డెఫినేషన్ వస్తుంది. సింపుల్ గైస్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నా గురించి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంది ఒక దగ్గర, మనందరి గురించి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంది ఒక దగ్గర, ఓకేనా? అదే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కాలేజ్ మొత్తం చూసినా వస్తుంది కదా. కానీ నేను మీ క్లాస్లో ఎలా ఉంది సబ్జెక్ట్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చూడాలంటే, డూ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ ద కాలేజ్ డేటా? ఓన్లీ మీ కాలేజ్ చాలు కదా, సారీ మీ క్లాస్ చాలు కదా. ఫుల్ కాలేజ్ డేటా ఈజ్ వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ క్లాస్ ఇన్ ఇట్? సింపుల్. అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు? పాపులేషన్ శాంపుల్ ఏంటో. ఇంకొకటి, రిపిటేషన్ ఉంది కంటిన్యూగా డేటాలో, సేమ్ అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ రిపీట్ అవుతున్నాయి. 50,000 అబ్జర్వేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఉండడానికి, అందులో 10,000 యూనిక్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆల్ 50,000 తీసుకోవడం అవసరమా? ఆ 10,000 యూనిక్వి తీసుకుంటే అయిపోతుంది కదా ట్రైనింగ్కి. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్, అవుట్ ఆఫ్ పాపులేషన్ ఐమ్ సెలెక్టింగ్ మై శాంపుల్. అవునా కదా? సింపుల్. నవ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ వై పాపులేషన్ శాంప్లింగ్. Go back to your semester again, understand, not the theory. Try it in your Excel sheet. Take one data set, take empty cards data, not empty cards. Empty cards are very less features. PIMA diabetes, Indian PIMA diabetes. It is in USA repository. It is in Kaggle as well. Yeah, Kaggle lo kuda undi. కానీ USA లో తీసుకుంటే అన్స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ డేటా ఎలా మార్చుకోవాలి ఇవి కూడా నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా? తీసుకోండి. తీసుకున్న తర్వాత అందులో మొత్తం అన్ని ఫీచర్స్ ఇస్తే నా పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఎలా ఉంది మోడల్. What is the algorithm used for PIMA diabetes? You know the data set. What is the algorithm you use? Indian PIMA diabetes. What is ultimately you have to find out from the data?
The patient is
Diabetic or no? What is the answer you gave yesterday for classification? Logistic function? 0 or 1? డయాబెటీస్ ఉందా లేదా? లాజిస్టిక్ రిగ్రెషన్ వాడొచ్చు కదా. అర్థమైంది ఎలా అప్లై అవ్వాలో మీ బ్రెయిన్ టు డిసైడ్. సింపుల్. ఉందా లేదా డయాబెటీస్, అదే డయాబెటీస్ ఉందా లేదా. డయాబెటీస్ ఉందా లేదా చెప్పాలంటే 0 or 1. లాజిస్టిక్ రిగ్రెషన్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? 0 and 1 కదా. బైనరీ లాజిస్టిక్ రిగ్రెషన్ వాడొచ్చు కదా, అవునా కదా. సింపుల్. దట్ ఈస్ వెర్ యూ డిసైడ్. అండర్స్టూడ్? క్లియర్? Try it, but take only little features of data. And did you ever observe training and testing చేస్తారు కదా, when it goes to train and test, I'll tell you that. So that is about population and sample. What do I have next? Even I forgot. Exploratory data analysis. I think this question is already answered. Data analysis. Visualization, summarization చేసుకోవాలి కదా డేటా మీద. అక్కడే కదా గ్రాఫ్స్ వస్తాయి పిక్చర్ లోకి, అవునా? గ్రాఫ్స్ పిక్చర్ లోకి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ వాట్ డు యూ సీ? Your data dot shape. Suppose your data frame is df when you're reading your file. Df dot shape. You get rows, comma, columns. Yes or no? Why do you see it? To understand how many columns you have, how many rows you have. Correct. So that when you're training and testing your data, you divide 70% here to decide whether you have to do 70 or 80% in your train. Correct. Then scaling your data. Suppose in your data you have one float and one integer in the same column. Will your algorithm work? It will not. Float interrupting, integer interrupting, ఏదో ఒక error ఇస్తుంది అది. You have to change your data, you have to scale your data. Definitely you have to scale your data. Okay. Mostly you will get your data scaled only because the column, when they're filling the form or something, collecting the data, they are taking care of it. Okay. Next, percentage and percentiles. Understand what is your, if you understand this percentage, you will understand your data is normal or no. Right? How much percentage of data? What is percentage and percentile? Difference? Don't know the difference? Note down, refer all this, refer. Quantiles and quartiles. I was talking about box plot Q1, Q2, Q3, you saw in that graph. Q1, Q2, Q3, these are quartiles. When we talk about 1, it is a quantile. Q1 is a quantile. Q1, Q2, Q3 are quartiles. Clear? It's in the box plot. That is where that helps you in dealing with outliers. After that, we identify missing values. So whenever you have missing values in your data, your algorithm will not work on that column. You will not even get your correlation. Text data available, error. In Excel also. Put a data column, put all alphabets, put one NA in it. Try to get me sum of it or mean of it or something, and put other column and write correlation. Get a correlation in Excel. It will show you an error for sure. Okay. Text data, your maths and stats will not work on text data. Any A to Z, your maths will not work. That is why we change our categorical data to numeric. One hot encoding, label encoding. Got my point? Why do we do one hot encoding, label encoding? You have diabetic, non-diabetic. Writing DIABETAC you have. NONDIABETAC you have. Will you send your algorithm same way? Or you will decode it as diabetic 1, non-diabetic 0? How do you do? You will decode it, right? 1 and 0, right? You will decode it to 1 or 0 because only maths works on only numbers. Maths will not work on text data. That is where pre-processing is more important. Okay. After that, missing values you will identify. Outliers. For example, see, if I will come and sit in your class, will you all accept? Can you all be free to me if I come as a student? If I come as a junior, maybe you will be free because in exam I'll help you. Definitely for that you will sit. For example, you know what I am now. Now if I join along with you in your class and sit beside you, can you accept me? Will be little scared to talk to me. Even though I'm friendly, little feeling will be there. Yes or no? That feeling you will have. I'll be an outlier from your class. Understand outlier in your data now? If I had more some time, I'll execute and show how outlier we treat in Excel also. I'll calculate everything and show. Maybe some other time whenever I get, I'll show it, okay? So understand what is an outlier? Clear? For example, I'll get a 3 years kid and make him sit in between you to learn data science. He'll be an outlier. If I come also, I'll be outlier. If he comes also, he'll be outlier. He'll be lower level outlier. I'll be upper level outlier. In your box plot, you have lower, upper. Now we understand the difference between lower, upper. Now I have my values 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are the values which should be in that column. I have 0 in it. That 0 will be shown as outlier. I have 25. 25 will be shown as outlier. If you just take a data, like put 2 digits and put 0 on the top. Niche you put 3-digit one number. Away from the number, whatever truth. Suppose 99 you're taking, put 199. Draw a box plot in Excel. You will get that point seen here, up and down, one point. Okay. So outliers ho gaya, then it is univariate analysis. Univariate analysis. What does that word mean? Univariate. What is variable? One variable. What is a variable? One column. One column is one variable, right? So univariate, one column analysis, whatever you do. Can you do correlation on one column? No, right? Can you do sum of in one column? Mean of, average of, outlier in one column, missing value in one column? You can do all this, right? Skewness. You know what is skewness? You know what is kurtosis? You can do it in one column. These all are univariate analysis. You all are telling you can do it because they're there. Univariate analysis means besides they're there, right? So univariate analysis, you have mean, value, mode, all this to understand how the distribution is in that column. But just to understand the distribution in that column, you do all this. Clear, right? Next, I'll go for bivariate or multivariate. Now, you know what is in each column. Now you should understand relation between each column. Yes or no? How do you understand? Because you have 1000 features. I don't want to use all 1000. If you know only relation between all the columns, you will know which column to choose. How do you know the relation? Correlation. ANOVA. Chi-square. What is chi-square? It will prove your hypothesis is correct or no. Null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. All these terms are heard, but don't know how they are related. Kada? All these maths terms are heard. ఓకే ఇప్పుడు నల్ హైపోథెసిస్ ఇవిడ అంటుంది అదేంటి కై స్క్వేర్ అని మళ్ళీ నల్ హైపోథెసిస్ అంటే ఏంటి మనకి ఇది వేరే చాప్టర్ లో ఉంది ఇది వేరే చాప్టర్ లో ఉంది అంతేనా సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ దట్ ఈస్ ఐ ఆస్క్డ్ యు గైస్ డు యు హావ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ యు సెడ్ యు డోంట్ హావ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఐ యామ్ రేజింగ్ మై ఓన్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వాట్ యు హావ్ got it now to understand your hypothesis correct or your null hypothesis is correct you will perform something on it that is chi-square or ANOVA or something. Right? Why do we perform? To understand the feature importance. You have heard the term feature engineering? Feature engineering? Who is that? Clear? Understood? To understand which features are important, we need all that maths. But how do you understand that feature is important when you compare with other features? Right? Now, whenever I want to do analysis, I'll take your roll numbers. I'll take serial number. I'll take your names. I'll take all your subject marks and percentage. Percentage is my target. To get the percentage of one person, do I need roll number and all this? Name and all this? Is your name required to?
Is your serial number required? Serial number in attendance sheet is required? Your unique UID is required? Is it required? Not required, right? How did I know it's not required? Because you know this data. Whatever data is there for that target, this is not required. You have your intelligence, right? But if some other data, healthcare data or retail data, if you get it, you don't know. You need someone. I told you subject matter expert yesterday. You need him to understand the data. Now you're understanding why you need him. This school data మీకు అర్థమైపోయింది ఏ కాలం ఏంటో అన్ని తెలుసు మీకు సో యూ విల్ డిసైడ్ అప్పుడు ఇది అక్కర్లేదు అని చెప్తారు when I give you healthcare data, when I give you retail domain data, you know all the columns? You don't know all the columns. You don't know all the columns, right? Yes or no? So that is why you need subject matter expert. Yes or no? So next coming bivariate Yeah, this is done. P value based on P value. Where do you get P value? Have you heard the term P value? Where do you get it? Heard the term P value? Yes, ma'am. Where do you get it? Mute. ANOVA? You get P value in ANOVA? ANOVAలో P value రాదా? ఏమో చెప్పండి, రాదు అంటే నేను కూడా అలాగే ఫాలో అయిపోతాను. వస్తుందా రాదా? నా మేడం అంత కాన్ఫిడెంట్ ఉందంటే వచ్చేస్తుంది కదా. ఎస్ మ్యామ్. అంతేనా? So I'm doing all these maths, for example, mean value, median value and all this. Why? To understand the summary of data. Yes or no? Next I'll go with visuals. ఇప్పుడు అవుట్లైర్ ఉంది అని నేను సమ్మరైజ్ Q1 క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి Q3 క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి అవుట్లైర్ ఏది ఇవన్నీ చేసేవాళ్ళు బాక్స్ ప్లాట్ మీకు తెలుస్తుంది కదా. అవునా కదా? జస్ట్ బాక్స్ ప్లాట్, డబ్బాకి ముందు 2 చుక్కలు వస్తాయి, తర్వాత 2 చుక్కలు వస్తాయి, అవుట్లైర్లు ఉంది అంతే. తర్వాత ఆ చుక్కలు ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ట్రీట్మెంట్ చేద్దాం, అవుట్లైర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్. అవునా కదా? సింపుల్. yes or no? So next data visualization, plots, graphs and charts. Okay. After that we have feature selection. This also I covered already. Feature selection, you should know which column is important to build an algorithm on. What are your independent variables? What is your dependent variable, right? For example, you have a data in front of you. You don't know which is your target variable. Just run correlation. All the columns will be mostly correlated with one column. That will be your target column. If you don't know that target variable in that data set, do this. You will get your target variable for sure. But you have to observe each value. Like all the columns, most correlation with which column? That column will be your target because all the columns are depending on it. So your dependent variable is your target variable, right? Y variable. Next, what do you have? Yeah, you find the missing values, you will handle it. Tell me some functions how you handle missing values and find. Is null, you see whether values are there, missing values are there. How do you treat it? F fill, front fill, B fill, back fill, or with a value you know what is that value will be. It's your mean value or mode value. It's your median value, right? This is how you treat, right? You know the answers, tell me it's correct. Right? Yes or no? Fine. Missing value. Outlier treatment same way. We do it with mean value, we do it with K and some other huge methods. Mostly we follow mean value. Mean value of that column we fill with the outliers. We remove the outliers. If there are many outliers, we replace with mean value. If there are very less, we remove those ones. And we have to finish data, we remove those ones. Next, yeah, standardization, normalization of your data. You know this, right? In maths, it is explained well. Theoretically, we can't explain so much on it. So coming to train test split, why train, why test? So this is pretty new. Why train, why test? See, if you have to tell me, for example, data science knowledge. I think this example you understand. Data science knowledge. Rate me out of 100 and rate your friend out of 100. If you have to rate your friend, you will compare with me. She needs someone to compare with. Right? So your test result, you need something to compare with. That is why we put some of our data to test how our model is trained. That is why we train and split data. Train, test and split chase clear? Why everything I'm telling you that? So how are you Next, algorithm. Yeah, algorithm is already cleared. Previously it's clear. Then we do prediction or what? If it is prediction, we go for these measures to check our accuracy. If it's classification, accuracy, confusion matrix. What are the 4 values we have in confusion matrix? False positive, false negative, true positive, true negative. Okay? ఇప్పుడు మీరు algorithm build చేస్తారు. ఏది ఎక్కువ ఉండకూడదు ఈ నాలుగిట్లో. ఏది ఎక్కువ ఉండకూడదు? See, a girl is pregnant. I think you have seen this. Kada? Girl is pregnant but saying she is not pregnant. That is difficult, or a boy being pregnant is difficult. You understand? False positives, true positives, all this I am comparing. Because this is the best example understood by everyone. For sure they will relate and understand. ఇప్పుడు ఒక పేషెంట్ కి క్యాన్సర్ ఉంది లేదు అని చెప్పారు. ఒక పేషెంట్ క్యాన్సర్ లేదు కానీ టాబ్లెట్స్ రాసి ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇస్తున్నారు. ఏది డేంజర్? లేని వాడికి ఇవ్వడం డేంజర్ కదా. అదే ఫాల్స్ పాజిటివ్. ఏంటి ఉందని చెప్పడం. రెడ్యూస్ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్ పాజిటివ్స్. Always false positives have to give very less in your data. Understand? Confusion matrix మాత్రం గట్టిగా ఆడుతుంది. Seriously, we play with people in confusion matrix. We laugh at their answers. But before asking them, we already put our answers so that we don't get confused. Seriously, we put our answers, we also get confused. Its name is the mentioned confusion matrix. But now what we do is we don't talk about all this. We know false positives అంటే అసలు ప్రెడిక్ట్ చేయాల్సింది తప్పు చేసిందని చెప్పేసుకుంటాం అంతే. సింపుల్. అది ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది మీకు ఆ ఛాన్స్? లోపలికి వెళ్ళాక. లోపలికి వెళ్ళాకంటే నేర్చుకోవాలి కదా. అవునా కదా? దిస్ ఈజ్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్. Boring. It will make me remember too long. This time is not sufficient for me. Right, this is how you build an algorithm. So any doubts? Any other doubts you have? Sure? Okay? Okay, na? Okay, questions leva.